you to find out who's going to be the 3 qualifying players going into our top 16 finals at the London Comic-Con at the end of May.
So we are starting off strong in winner's side, where we are going to have EX Soldier versus DJ Vu. Now, the interesting thing about this match is that in these events, in these qualifying tournaments for the Tekken 7 UK Championship, the top 3 will qualify. So getting winners finals basically guarantees you a spot, because winners finals is minimum 3rd place as you go down to losers even if you lose. Both of these players, DJ Vu and EX Soldier, have qualified already. We saw DJ Vu in Glasgow at Hype Spotting, where he managed to take a qualifying spot, and EX Soldier just last week in Dublin, where he also managed to qualify. So ultimately, neither of these players can qualify again. So what this is just to do is to show that they can not only qualify, but win a tournament on their way. They want to get that top spot, they want to get that 1st place to show that they are winners before they get to the finals. That also means that losers bracket action will be a bit more stressful, as there are more spots up for grabs down there. But to start things off strong, we're going to see whether these guys are going to go with their main characters, or having already qualified, maybe experiment with other picks.
I was just about to bring that up. I actually spoke earlier to DJ Vu, sort of mentioned that this may be an occasion to try other characters, try some different picks. As you mentioned, these guys are qualified already. They've got that comfort zone, and I mean, apart from the tournament itself, they're not going to be losing a qualification point by losing in
They have
this
nothing
set.
to lose here.
Yeah.
So ultimately, it's about whether they want to get more confident with their main characters, or they want to try other picks. Like we've seen DJ Vu use Paul a little bit, Hype Spotting, where he made an amazing comeback. Whereas EX Soldier, Bubsy says he does have access to a Steve, plays a lot of Steve, but we've only ever seen him play Howlrong in Tekken 7. So how comfortable do you think they're going to be?
I think that really entirely depends on the matchup they're about to see. If it's main versus main, which we definitely could have, it's going to be these guys definitely taking one another the utmost seriously, you could say, because, I mean, ultimately, winning a tournament is still a great message to send going into the top 16 finals, but who knows, really? I think EX Soldier has a much higher chance of sticking to his guns and going with Howlrong anyway. I personally think DJ Vu, because he's been a tiny bit more vocal about the opportunity of changing character, we might see one from him. For those of you at home who might be wondering, the Tekken 7 UK Championship, this is our 3rd stop. We have 2 more, Birmingham next week and London the week after that. If you live in the UK, make sure you're getting to one of these qualification spots. You can follow Tekken on Twitter, Tekken EU on Facebook, or you can follow Bandai Namco Europe on Twitch, which is the stream we're on right now.
We're in Birmingham next week, though, so if you do want to be playing Tekken 7, this time next week, you can have your hands on the game at the Birmingham qualifying event. So get in touch, get involved, and we'll see you there, where you can get some free swag just for entering the tournament, and obviously access to just playing the game. If all you want to do is play Tekken 7, you can do that. So it looks like on this character select screen, we might have Jack 7 versus Steve, so we might actually see EX Soldier go for a character change.
I don't know whether has Steve been locked in? No, not yet.
No, it was just highlighted.
Either way, okay, so it is going to be Jack 7 versus Howlrong. It's going to be these guys going out with their mains. Both players want to take this. And I think ultimately, you know, because Tekken 7 is not out in the UK just yet, the only way to get experience going into the finals at the end of May is to play here at one of these events. And I think using your main is definitely a good call.
Well, as always, 2 out of 3 is the format, until we get to winners finals, losers finals, and grand finals, where it will become 3 out of 5.
I think both of these characters have seen success in tournament before. Howlrong's definitely up there in a lot of people's tier lists. Very fantastic character, great damage, great buttons. But Jack 7, you know, obviously shout-outs to Same. You know, this character has gone very far. He's gone the furthest, you know, in some of these tournaments.
Speaking of which, DJ Vu with a strong start has the wall already. This is where Jack really wants to thrive. EX Soldier has access to Rage, so massive damage at his disposal if he can get the right opening.
This is where that flamingo pressure can be really dangerous, but immediately DJ Vu in with the low parry, and that's going to be round number 1. Very comfortably for DJ Vu.
No messing around either, straight in for the low parry, round 1. Getting that statement made now, showing that you cannot just do these low attacks off the flamingo starts ready for it, but that grab will connect. EX Soldier, a bit more of a demanding position here.
Oh, it doesn't quite convert off the counter hit. Bear in mind, in Tekken 7, if you trade and one of those hits is a counter hit, it will actually retain those properties, but not quite able to capitalize a bit too far away. Asim near the corner, I mean, that was a fantastic round for EX Soldier, but right now, DJ Vu, the interruption, really smart. I mean, that's one of the things about Tekken 7 Howlrong, is that there are certain gaps in his flamingo pressure, and because Rage Arts are armored, it's a very attractive answer at dealing with that pressure.
But that also means that both rounds came down to DJ Vu just having none of EX Soldier's flamingo starts pressure. He just, that's 2 rounds for 2, and 2 different ways out of it that he used to take the round.
A lot of damage already though, just so much pressure from EX. Again, it's just, even if you're not landing like these massive opener, like launcher hits, if they add up really quickly, it doesn't matter.
Nice launch. DJ Vu, access to rage damage, so can make this work.
Not going to have the wall anymore, though. That's a big change. We have transitioned to the bottom of the stage, which is now infinite.
Oh, but he does have the option to confirm into rage art. The wake up attack is going to connect EX Soldier and straight into it, and that low is going to trade, but EX Soldier will manage to take it anyway.
He needed that trade for sure, especially it was a rage drive too, so not that it matters too much because he didn't have health anyway. There's the power crush.
Oh wow, there's that low parry again. This is going to scale quite heavily, but still not terrible damage by any means.
It's a sort of a mix of both. EX Soldier's definitely not a bit afraid to go for the pressure, even though Vu's still establishing the parry. Oh, so much pressure from both these characters, but again, just looking out, the armored power crush going straight through. 2 rounds each, and it's 1 round from taking game 1 for both of these players right now.
I really like that answer from EX Soldier as well, to go for the power crush, to get the armored properties, to try and blow through whatever it was DJ Vu tried to interrupt with this time. But DJ Vu, with a very strong round, has about a 50% life lead right now, needs to maintain it.
That's going to get even bigger as he gets that launch. That's going to do respectable damage as well. Trying to sort of keep that up close pressure. Try to go for a low takedown, but not going to bite. EX Soldier has a lot of work to do in this game, though.
Rage mode is activated, though. Big damage, rage art, rage drive, whatever he wants to do. There's the whiff. Wow, here we go. There's the pressure. But the launch from DJ Vu doesn't quite get it.
Almost got something off the trade. Uh-oh, that's it. Oh.
Wow.
So the rage art again powers straight through, and that's going to be game 1 for DJ Vu. Bear in mind, this is 2 out of 3. So 1 more game, and he's going to be in winners finals.
But super close game 1, though. I mean, 3-2. Absolutely down to the last round. But a really good showing, though, I think, because the first 2 rounds were so dominant for DJ Vu. The fact that EX Soldier was able to bring it back, not only in rounds, but also make the last one so close, that's going to be a good sign, I think, going into the rest of the set.
Well, one thing that we've noticed EX Soldier does, I think in contrast to what we normally see, is that against a lot of people, even though he does establish really good pressure, he's really good at sort of sitting at that magical mid-range and just sort of checking you with Sparta Kick or any of those other sort of good long-range buttons. Against Jack in particular, he has really long limbs of his own, so it's going to be a little bit more tricky to establish that long-range game.
Dead even on life right now, though, as DJ Vu's power crush gets blocked. Oh, wow, hops right over the follow-up attack.
That was a really good choice, actually, from EX Soldier. Gets the grab as well. 1 more hit might do it, but the rage is activated. Might actually kill on this.
No wall splat. Is that going to be enough? No follow-up. Oh, follows him down.
Oh.
Wow. And that was that trade. EX Soldier pressed the button. He's going to get kicked in the shins to take round 1.
Rage being such a dangerous tool in this game, on top of getting a little bit of extra damage. You get the rage art, the rage drive. Extra dynamic at the end of the game. You've got to watch out for it.
Oh, wow, and there's that launch. We actually see DJ Vu go for that low multiple times in a row before, so maybe EX Soldier just expected him to do it again, and then he goes straight for the mid launcher instead. Oh, wow. Wall splat. Not a massive amount of damage,
He's in a
great jump nonetheless.
He's in a great position right now, though, just keeping his back to the wall. But again, the rage art is activated and another launch. That's really going to do it. No, not quite. Gets the wall really early.
Oh, there's that low parry once again. DJ Vu 1 step ahead.
He's just been on the money with those every single time. Bear in mind, last time we kind of saw this again. It was when we went on to the Infinite stage where we saw EX Soldier get his success in game number 1. Has to do it again, though. A little bit of life up.
Oh, power crush of his own. We see it.
Just completely whiffs the...
DJ Vu massively down on life, though, regardless of how it's going.
Another launch. Some new respectable damage once again.
God, Jack just hitting like an absolute tank.
2 straight games for DJ Vu. Really dominant performance. Now he's going to be in winners finals, but we've mentioned this before, because both these guys have already qualified, it's more of a matter of now, if anything, this will just simply make it easier for other players who have not qualified. They don't need to get winners finals.
The way this works is if you've already qualified, top 3 get position, but if one of those top 3 hasn't already qualified, it will go down in the chain. So then 4th, it becomes 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, right? So it sort of goes down through the food chain. Depending on where you are, obviously. But that does mean that this is our first week where this will be the case. So interesting to see how this is going to pan out today. We're moving into our next winner's side match, I believe. We have Elemental Deity versus C Chiszle. Now, what makes this so interesting is CKT, Elemental Deity, for a start, part of the CKT team, which we saw Fergus win last week. So we're going to see CKT
really good performance.
Maybe take 2 tournaments in a row. But the most interesting thing about Elemental Deity is this is his first ever tournament.
Really?
His first ever tournament.
Wow.
And he has taken out Ruk Kang and King J in winners action. He managed to defeat them both winners
That's
side,
a great way to start.
which is how he's in winners side top 8. We saw him start things off strong with Lee, and then when his Lee lost very convincingly to Ruk Kang's bomb, he went straight to Kazumi, where, having never really played Tekken 7 before, managed to looked like he'd played it once or twice and was truly comfortable with Kazumi.
This is what gets really, I think, impressive with these earlier Tekken 7 tournaments, is seeing just how fast these players that have not had a huge amount of access to the game are able to pick up characters and fool you, you know, or fool anyone. Because ultimately it's a double-edged sword. If you're playing a character you're not as familiar with, yes, your opponent is unlikely to know the matchup as well as more of a legacy character, but you yourself are not going to have the same amount of game time. So we can see here, probably going to go for Lee again, because bear in mind, even though he went to Kazumi against Ruk Kang, Lee is clearly his main choice, you know. And even though Lee is a slightly newer character in Tekken 7, still a legacy character. There's still stuff.
As in build, he's obviously not new Tekken as a whole. But
oh, I mean the build.
Newer
yeah,
build of Tekken 7.
Clearly
to
just
the
the Tekken 7 build. He's not a new character to Tekken, obviously.
But when we saw him versus King J with Lee, he looked. The one thing that rang true was just his defense, right? Just his sheer ability to just defend himself, not press too many buttons, tech grabs on reaction.
It was particularly against Gigas as well.
Yeah, and just fundamentally super hard to open up. And he had massive damage and just good movement. Overall, a very solid player, it seems. And one win here will get him into the top 16. But then again, C Chiszle took 4th place at Hype Spotting a few weeks ago, which was the last spot you can place without actually qualifying.
That's the heartbreaker point. That's when you've done all that work to get all that.
So the fact that he is now once again one set away from making finals again, in theory, you know there's going to be
history repeats itself.
You know he is not going to want that to happen again.
It takes a certain kind of player in these kind of like higher tier tournaments to really keep it composed and keep it together, though, because ultimately, if you've been in this situation before, you're either going to rise to it next time, or it will affect you worse. Because, you know, it's like, oh god, not again.
I guess we have to wait and see players understanding, making sure they're all good and ready to go. So we've got people ready here to watch as well. So excited to see how this is going to go, because this is going to be C Chiszle. Came so close to qualifying last time, one set away from qualifying once again versus Elemental Deity, who has taken out King J, took out Ruk Kang. Win aside, and all on his first ever tournament.
However, even if...
But let's not forget, you know, C Chiszle is District G, teammate of King J. You know he's going to want to avenge his teammate here. He's going to make sure that he doesn't get both of them.
That is the tournament classic, when someone takes out one of your boys, and then here you are, you know, ready to avenge that. It's a great feeling when you do it, but I think if you get taken out by that said person, it can actually feel even worse as well. So bear in mind, guys, one of these guys will be wanting to win his finals and qualify for the top 16 finals for the Tekken 7 UK Championship at the end of May. However, if one of these guys loses, it's not over. They will be in the lower bracket and will still have a chance. This will be Lee versus Law. So already, Elemental looking very, very aggressive as a starting point. Both players dancing. Now this is what happens in sort of upper level Tekken, really, is just not pressing too many buttons, you know, waiting for the other guy to do something and capitalize on that instead.
Nice parry from C Chiszle, but Elemental is just chipping away at this life bar very consistently.
Good choice there. Doesn't quite get a massive amount of damage on the whiff punish in the first round. Goes to Elemental Deity. That's a great start, really. Really well composed.
Absolutely. Just looking clean, right? Just very patient, solid play.
Crouches. I mean, there's a lot of patience. Probably some of the highest amount of patience we've seen all day, I think.
There's that low. A little bit of damage. Oh, nice throw.
Now, that's the first launch we've seen so far. That's going to be big damage, but he's not going to get the wall. We're going to get some kind of pressure regardless.
Oh, wow. A jab to challenge, but another launcher raw by itself. C Chiszle.
That was also a really good choice, because he pretty much knew that Elemental was not going to just end it at those couple of jabs. He was going to do something afterwards, and the launcher just completely blowing through it.
Oh, wow. Nice spacing on the low. And again, Elemental ready for it.
He's done a lot of damage already as well. It's a great starting point for round 3. No whiff punish on that one. Again, Elemental just not staying out too many buttons. Oh, well. So we've got Rage, C Chiszle. If he lands one hit now, it's going to be a great start, but I think Elemental's probably going to do as much as he can to keep him away from being able to do that. And that's the crouch. Good start. One more hit might do it.
There we go. That is going to do it. Elemental just... I like this kind of very poke, long-range game he's trying to play here. He's not trying to commit to too much. He's not trying to get these massive openings, these big launches. He just wants to chip him down.
Again, it's kind of, as you said, right? It's just constant little hits here and there. They're adding up.
Oh, wow. And that kicks into it. Tries to confirm, isn't able to get too much off of it.
been the interesting thing about this game plan. There's a big launch as well. I think almost every single launch so far has actually come from C Chiszle. Elemental hasn't really done it, but interestingly, he hasn't really needed it.
Big opening there. Oh well, tries to hit him for it, isn't quite able to.
Yeah, there's a punish. Nothing substantial though. Again, both players being very careful. This is very much danger territory, especially as Elemental now has his rage activated. Oh, there's the whiff. It could have been a whiff punish there almost.
He's just trying to get into that range, kicks him. No, doesn't get a full combo for it. The rage drive is going to connect, and Elemental is going to take game number 1. 1-0, one match away from qualifying for finals now.
C Chiszle's on the back foot. He's definitely on the back foot at the moment. You've mentioned he's been in this situation before, but you can clearly say he doesn't want to go out yet. You know, I think winner's side top 8 is a very comfortable situation, especially when you're in winners finals. You know, because it's like, well, I'm at one of the highest points in this tournament. If I lose here, I've still got a chance later on. Like, it's really when you're in losers the pressure adds up.
No, definitely. But at the same time, knowing they're so close to making top 3, that really is what should be preying on their minds right now. Even though you have a safety net, losers bracket, you still are a number of games away from making finals. So you have to make sure that you're doing your best to avoid that. But right now, Elemental is just doing such a good job today, just playing so well. I mean, even needs to go to Kazumi as well. So knowing he has access to Kazumi, should he ever feel uncomfortable?
If you hadn't told me this was his first tournament, I would never have guessed.
Also, C Chiszle running for the stage, and unfortunately, Random giving him the same stage again, 2 games in a row. That is
RNG gods were not kind this day.
No, unfortunately not. But again, Brimstone and Fire. To be fair, it wasn't like C Chiszle lost 3 straight. He can clearly win rounds on this stage. I think it might just be a question of when it goes down to the limitless stage that maybe he might have some issues, but we'll have to wait and see.
It's just going straight back into it, you know, sort of not overextending a little bit too much, just really sticking to the sort of that pool of reliable buttons. Oh, wow.
Nice whip on it.
Yeah, that's a big launch. That's one of the first times I've seen him get it. Gets the wall as well. So it's chunky damage. He's getting a good amount of Oki, but the punish. That rising punish. Very, very good answer for C Chiszle to get straight back into it.
Oh, it's going. Wow, nice string. Is that going to be enough? Yes, the little kick is going to take it for C Chiszle. And just to secure the first round.
He's looking a bit more comfortable. I think starting things off by taking the round is a great way to start. But again, Elemental being a little bit more, I think, sort of brave, I think is the word we'll use for sure on those launches. But it's worked out.
Yeah, he's just going for a bit more significant launches now. Whereas before, very sort of chip damage, small strings by themselves based. Now just going right for those launches by themselves. C Chiszle massively down on life though, so it's working out for.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work to do. Even with rage, that's a huge amount to come back from.
But it's not impossible. We have seen it today plenty of times. Oh, goes over the low.
Just eventually one of these guys will land a hit.
They're fishing for it. They're trying. Oh, was that a punish? Looks like it. But regardless, Elemental is going to take the round again.
Decided to dedicate to it, but I think Elemental just being really careful there. 1 round each. Chiszle being, just, again, really aggressive. We haven't seen a low parry on that low yet, so I think it's been probably might see it a couple more times.
Nice punish from C Chiszle. Not a massive amount of damage, but a little bit.
And again, it's just this going back to the classic. Both players not pressing too many buttons, just literally sitting there right in his face and just being brave and just baiting something. Wow. Not going to finish the string. Obviously, that's quite a classic Lee string, but very unsafe if you commit to it.
You could tell C Chiszle was looking for something to open him up with. It's just, the thing is, Elemental being so patient, he's just not letting him have it.
But I think the longer they wait and the more sort of just individual pokes they take, the damage just adds up so much. 10 seconds on the clock. Both players have rage. Yep, just about to say, both players sitting on rage. And that low kick just to catch that off the slide. Really, really good decision, but I think this is a great situation for C Chiszle. He's got 1 more round.
Very tense though, both players really taking this game slow, but still. Nice, catches it. About a 50% life lead for C Chiszle right now. Can he maintain it?
But again, it's just constantly going back to this classic individual hits here and there, but they add up so quickly. 3rd life already down for C Chiszle, but I mean, it doesn't matter too much. He's looking really good. The rage comes out for Elemental, and this could be a great start, but I think C Chiszle doing as much as he can to deny it. Yeah, great round and a great game for C Chiszle. So it's 1 game piece. Now things are starting to add up a little bit because 1 more win for either of these players will move them into winners finals, and they will guarantee themselves a spot.
But Deity also going straight back in with Lee as well. So we saw him go to Kazumi earlier on when he wasn't very comfortable, but now looking much more composed with Lee.
Well, we saw the change to Kazumi when it clearly wasn't working out, but I really don't think it's a character issue here. I think he's doing absolutely fine. There's the crouch, and that's just going to be enough. Yeah, actually a really nice amount of damage off that crouch.
Wow, huge damage adding up here from C Chiszle. Fighting in the lava, that can't be comfortable.
His shoes dirty. Oh, wow. Really, really good round from... I mean, he's clearly staying composed, but actually sort of beyond that, you know, he's not just composed, he's pulling it back, and he's starting to play better.
Ultras go for the grab. Little punish from Elemental. Nice follow-up too. Big damage coming out from Elemental Deity.
I think even though Elemental's doing a good job of just landing these important hits, it's not really taking away from the fact that C Chiszle's doing just as well. I mean, as I say that, Elemental really being aggressive here.
Nice whip punish. Is that going to be enough? There's the tailspin, goes into the Rage Art.
You wonder if it's going to kill because he's not weak enough to make it do max damage just yet.
This is definitely going to scale, but no, low damage.
Actually did work out really well. The Rage Drive doesn't work. And the backhand for C Chiszle. 2 rounds for him, and he's on match point.
Interesting trade at the very end there. C Chiszle manages to find himself 1 round away from qualifying for MCM Comic Con Finals. But Elemental needs to get 3 rounds straight now to not let that happen.
You wonder if Chiszle's going to rise to this, or is it going to crumple? We have to time will tell. Find out. Manages to land a really good catch right there, though. Doesn't quite get the damage, but he's done a good amount already.
But it's the most unfortunate kind of combo drop. The one that gets you launched yourself. But gets a tailspin. C Chiszle has some momentum here. Has the wall as well. Has pressure.
Yeah, he's got his back to the wall. This is
nice
great.
crouch.
Clutch duck. Very clutch duck. Both players have rage. Rage Art collides with the drive. And he powers through, and C Chiszle qualifies for the MCM London Finals. I mean, that's one of the first times we've seen a Rage Art collide with a Rage Drive. How about that?
I mean, part of me just expected the Rage Art to lose to it. I don't know why, but part of me just expected that to happen. But all in all, what an amazing set. C Chiszle can now relax. He has found himself winners finals, which has guaranteed him a spot in the Comic Con Finals.
I mean, what an interesting situation where, like, the big relief for him is over
getting winners finals
before the tournament's even finished. Like, he doesn't
course.
even need to win at this point. Granted, you know, winners finals to be DJ Vu versus C Chiszle, so it's you know, kind of like almost like a hype spotting matchup, which we saw a couple of weeks ago, where these guys were all within that sort of upper end of the bracket. And you know, we're going to see that kind of match once again, but not yet, I don't believe. I believe we're going into losers bracket right now.
We will be doing so. But if you at home are enjoying what you're seeing so far, remember, Tekken 7 is not out yet, but that does not mean you can't pre-order the game. The game is out June 2nd, so if you pre-order now, you will get early access to Eliza, as well as the game being out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, which is cool.
I think with a June 2nd release, that is not far away.
No, it is not. And if you are actively attending these qualifying events, then this week is Manchester, then Birmingham, then London, then a few weeks after that, it's out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crazy turn of events, I think, where we've gone from sort of 2 years of just there being so many tournaments to this game here and there all over the world, and everyone's buzzing for it, but the game's actually officially out very soon.
Yeah, well, if you're looking forward to getting it, no reason not to pre-order, so get on that and make sure you have it ready to go on launch day. Don't want to be waiting, don't want to be missing out. So get those pre-orders in, and we'll see.
Absolutely. So we're going to be going into our losers bracket action now, so I can see Inferno Kong take the mantle, so we're probably going to see some Gigas right here. But this is where things start to get really important. Not only because these guys want to move on, because they want to qualify for the they want one of those 3 qualification spots for the top 16 later on this month. However, at the same time, this is losers bracket. If you lose now, you're out. You're going home.
Well, we say it often, but the safety net is gone. You don't have that second chance. If you lose now, that's it. You're gone. But top 8 is a good. I mean, let's not pretend that top 8 is not a good accomplishment. You know? Even getting here is good. We had over 80 players today, all Manchester guys, NBA, massively into their Tekken. So not a huge surprise to see them all, you know, doing so well in top 8 today. But regardless, you know, this has been a stacked tournament. But this is now losers bracket action, 2 out of 3. A not very long set away from realizing if you're eliminated or if you're going to continue.
Well, I mean, it's when the players get this far into top 8, it's quite a unique situation, because it's like, well, I've got this far, but if I don't make top 3, or if I don't get the 3 qualification spots, you've got to go next week, or you've got to go the week after. You know, this is not where it ends. And you know, a lot of these guys want it to end this week, because they've got into top 8. You know, this is in itself a big accomplishment, but it's not over.
But the thing is that really is the truth in it, though, because we do say often that, you know, if you can make it down to multiple qualifiers, obviously Birmingham next week, do so. Early access to the game, you can play it before it's out, you can have fun, you can enjoy it, you can get ready as a competitor. But, you know, for some people that isn't possible. For some people they can just make one of the events. So it kind of is an all or nothing situation to be in.
Some of these guys can only make one event, and if this is the only one, and they've got this far, I mean, this is where it matters. This is where it counts.
So I might be seeing Dragunov versus Gigas. Obviously, Inferno Kong definitely going to be going with Gigas. Would be surprised to see him go with something else. Which also means we have 2 Gigas players in top 8.
That's actually would be quite an exciting matchup to see. It would be King J versus Inferno Kong, Gigas mirror match. You don't really see that very often, do you?
No, but we might today. Depends on if they can advance through. Looks like we should be good to go.
Well,
yep,
both players use these characters for different reasons. You know, Inferno Kong is sort of drawn to Gigas because he's a massive fan of true Ogre. He's a big Ogre fan. So Gigas having a couple of moves that actually belong to Ogre in previous Tekken games. There's almost one of the same reasons that I think King J uses Gigas, because Jay also plays Marduk, and he has a couple of Marduk limbs as well. So Gigas is kind of like an embodiment of many of those historical big body characters.
How differently they both use the character, though. With that in mind, coming from different characters as a background before, but I guess we shall see.
So once again, guys, this is loser bracket action. Whoever loses here will not qualify, and they're going to be out of the tournament. So it's going to be Dragunov. Dragunov, very favorable in this game, definitely. I mean, used by a lot of players. A very good character in general. He's got great damage, he's got great buttons, he's got really effective pressure. You know, he has a couple of different instances where he doesn't really need rage drive to establish plus frames, which some other characters might need to do.
And Asim looking very powerful today, having
he's been on great form today. Inferno Kong, though, I mean, an interesting match again because both these characters do have quite long limbs. They have a little bit more reach than certain other characters. I think Gigas in particular. And right there, that run-in-2 or that run-in punch is going to be so staple to how Dragunov wants to establish pressure, and that low chop as well. Both really important buttons, just using them back-to-back. This is kind of really a classic pressure game from Dragunov at the moment.
Oh wow, gets a launcher. Couple jabs into wall pressure, nice.
Well, he's going to land that launch at the second Yugi condition to block the low chop. I mean, that's one of the main reasons it's so strong, and a great round number 1 for Asim. Definitely not the last time we've seen those buttons in actions again. Just using it on Oki, you know, knowing that Inferno Kong is going to block on Wake Up and just establishing those plus frames immediately to be as aggressive as possible. But as I say that, answering back with the launcher. Good damage.
Big opportunities as well just to get that life lead going, but Inferno Kong finds himself in a good situation here.
Well, Gigas can do really deceiving damage. I mean, we've seen that air grab in action. That's sort of like when he grabs you while you're airborne to end the combo. Before you know it, you take so much of it.
Oh, tries to go for what seems to be like big damage, but unfortunately drops the follow-up.
Good punish on the low chop. I mean, both players will get a lot of mileage out of their low chops. Gigas has a really good one as well. That's going to connect.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It actually might even kill because he used it outright.
It might do. I mean, this is rage damage, so it could do.
He's not almost dead, though, so maybe not.
Oh, wow, no. Ever so slightly alive.
And there's the plus frames, a very scary situation, but somehow survived! Unfortunately, though, Rage Drive used a little bit too late, and he just collides with the button anyway.
That would have been a great comeback. To Asim, though, despite how close that was, we are still 2-0 for Inferno Kong. Really down on rounds at the moment.
Again, just sort of sitting in the magical range, but going in when necessary. Inferno Kong's back near the wall, so this is very dangerous territory to be in.
I love the spacing from Asim, though. He's just not letting anything Inferno Kong throws out connect.
He looks very comfortable with the Gigas matchup. I know this character's kind of new, but he still kind of knows what to look out for. Speaking of which, that's one of the new Gigas things, or the Gigas things in general, the pressure off that stomp.
Nice. Gets a punch.
Good
nice whip punish with a full launcher. No, he drops a follow-up. That's very unfortunate, Asim.
Yeah, he misses the wall too. That's missing all the damage. This is looking great for Asim at the moment. Rage is activated, but it might not matter. Leg break to take the first game. 3 rounds straight for Asim.
Very clean indeed. Asim moves on 1-0. Game away from advancing through the bracket.
Now, stage select's not character change. It really is unlikely that Inferno Kong's going to go for a change because, I mean, this really is the character he's been wanting to play. Bear in mind, Inferno Kong got top 8 in this tournament. He hasn't actually played Tekken 7 since, I believe, Versus Fighting last year. Like a tournament, for those that may not know, a tournament a while ago, long story short. It's been a long time since this guy's played Tekken.
Well, last year, August, so that's quite a significant amount of time.
Especially when your competition's been going to events and getting as hands-on as possible as well.
No, absolutely, but regardless, Asim looking very strong at the moment, very clean.
Have gone for a stage change, so I think time will tell whether the stage change has been beneficial. If not, Inferno Kong might have just needed time to think about it, but no time to think now. Straight back into the next match. I think Asim has just done a really good job of just showing us what makes Dragunov such danger in this game. I mean, he gets a little bit of punish on the chop, but it's really not going to deter him from going to it. It's such an attractive option as a Dragunov player.
Wow, just this relentless aggression from Asim. Huge damage.
Wow, this is looking kind of tough for Inferno Kong right now.
Dominant, man, absolutely dominant. Asim is just not letting up whatsoever.
Tries to go in for the run-in too, run-in jab. Again, just sort of sitting at that magical range just outside of what Inferno Kong can do, and just trying to whiff punish with whatever possible.
Nice. Wow, running tackle as well. Oh wow, flips him around, but the tech as well.
Now the tech was actually really beneficial for Inferno Kong, because now Asim's back's to the wall. Good throw tech. And back to the sort of neutral distance. And there's the launcher. Great choice. Again, another combo drop. Inferno Kong really needs to be tidying up the execution. He's leaving a lot of damage on the table throughout the set.
Wow, nice big hit, but oh wow, straight into the rage. No, he's going to get scoured out. Inferno Kong not going to bite to that one.
That was really weird, because it almost kind of did look like he pressed a button. That might be why we saw it.
It always does.
Never think it's not going to work. Couple of lows just to check him, keep him in check. No serious hits connected so far. Oh, that's just such a key button for Gigas as well, that low chop. Wow, just walk up throw. Works out.
Wow, and then just a raw launcher as well. Asim completely one step ahead of Inferno Kong and brings himself to a match point in the set. Loses action. Inferno Kong loses this round. He is out of here.
Inferno Kong just needs to fight back, but it's looking so difficult. Asim catches a full launcher. Doesn't quite get the wall, but it doesn't even matter, because the splat on that run-in too is just a great situation no matter what. Nice punish on the low, but again, it's nothing hugely substantial, but it's just damage when you can take it. Asim, though, with a full combo again with the wall, and the grab connects. Very clean victory there for Asim, moving on in loser's bracket.
No, very, very, very good. Excellent stuff all around, though. Asim, props to Inferno Kong for getting so close, though. Top 8, definitely nothing to shake a stick at. But Asim will advance through, but we actually move on to our next match.
I'm really excited for this match.
I'm excited, but I'm going to be heartbroken because this is King J.
Well, no matter what. No
matter what, a crowd favourite's going to win and a crowd favourite's going to lose.
Oh, exactly.
There is nothing any of us can do about it.
A bittersweet situation. So, Ruk Kang, he is with 100% attendance rate at these UK Championship qualifiers. We saw him
gets the gold star on attendance.
Oh yeah, we saw him in Scotland. We saw him in Dublin. We see him again in Manchester. A bit more sort of like a home turf for him. Obviously, you know, used to be NBA Ruk Kang. And King J also went to Scotland as well. You know, wasn't able to go to Dublin, but is here for Manchester. So both these guys very dedicated, but good friends as well. You know, these guys both go way back within Tekken. They've both played Tekken for many, many years now, and it really is the game that they've established themselves in. But this is loser's bracket.
Even inside of competitive Tekken, there is somewhat of a competitive back and forth here. I know Tekken 7 back at Eurogamer last year, King J did best Ruk Kang, but recently, at a District G event, I believe it was, Ruk Kang beat King J in a very close set as well.
It's the nature of being back and forth, right?
Yeah,
a big part of it.
But that does mean that these guys haven't fought in tournament in Tekken 7 in a while, so they are both going to be eager to prove what they can do in this game particularly. But if you guys want to tweet at us with hashtag T7 UK Championship, get involved with the discussion. Let us know who you think is going to win, who do you think is going to qualify, and generally what do you think is going to happen here, because this is going to be unpredictable for sure, this set coming up, but we still have some phenomenal players left in this tournament.
Well, it's not over here. It's not over here. I mean, we still have winners finals to play out. We still have, I guess, the later part of this loser's bracket. C Chiszle has qualified already, but that still leaves 2 spots up for grabs, and they will now be taken by remaining unqualified players in the loser's bracket. So lots of matches coming up, but each one of these is going to become more and more important the closer we get. Ruk Kang last week in Dublin losing narrowly to the Phantom.
4th place.
Narrowly. I mean, like, there was a couple of rounds in it, and those 2 rounds could have either had, you know, either Ruk Kang sitting here or Phantom sitting here.
One thing I noticed from last week was the slowdown was not in Ruk Kang's favour last week.
And today, all the hypest slowdowns of today
is at his expense.
And every time, without fail, I feel really bad for him, because every time the game slows down, he's the one on the receiving end. Will that change today? Will we see more slowdown? But will Ruk Kang be the winner?
For his case, he hopes so. I'm sure of it. But regardless, this will be 2 out of 3 first to win 2 games again, but only one of these guys can advance, which is unfortunate, but as is the way of tournament play.
So we've seen King J play earlier today. Ruk Kang, understandably, you know, he has 2 characters that he plays, and that's Bob and Roger. And Bob's the only playable character so far, so it makes total sense that this is the character he plays. Jay, Gigas is his main guy. We saw him go Bob earlier, however...
But that didn't seem like something he was comfortable doing.
And it's unlikely he's going to give him the mirror. I doubt King J is going to give him the Bob mirror. Or is he get I'm confused. Of course it's Bob and Gigas. So, this is losers bracket action, guys. Both of these players want to qualify. Ruk Kang getting so close last week. He wants to rectify that, and I even believe that even if either of these players win right now, it's not going to be over. There's still other players there that they need to fight, that they need to play against to have a chance to get one of the 2 remaining spots.
Ruk Kang has been in 3 tournaments, 3 top 8s in 3 weeks. You know he wants this really, like, to the bitter end. He wants to qualify.
So it's a great start for Ruk Kang. We do know that he benefits greatly on stages with walls. It's just a part of how he plays. If he gets a wall stage, he generally tends to just do a lot better, and we might see that now. He's going to get the wall in this. Massive damage to start with, and here comes the Oki. Yeah, and this has been a commanding round number 1, but King J fighting back. He has rage, and Ruk Kang doesn't care about that. He's just going to go for the get-up jump.
Has no concern for that. He's just going to wake up straight into it, take that round clean. Nice throw tech as well. But again, King J, we've seen some incredible comebacks out of him today, so do not count him out when you get down on life.
That was
nice!
Yeah, nice choice. Just waiting for it and the whiff punish, catching him out of the air. Doesn't get a massive amount of damage, but I mean, the message is what you need. He's going to land a full hit here, get the wall, big damage in return. Great.
Gonna wake up from Ruk Kang, says no to that. Wants to take this round, has access to rage damage, so could be quite lethal here. He gets the right opening, but Jay with the jab confirms it into a full combo.
That was a really nice choice. Just that single jab. Great choice.
Wow, interesting trade.
Another massive trade. Bear in mind, counter-hit trades do remain in this game. However, you know, if you both get launched, then you can't really do anything about it. Just
Huge
like that.
damage coming out from Ruk Kang, though. Just 1 hit at a time. Finds himself with a massive life lead. Oh, big launching knee.
Just betting the farm on the launch. He's going to do a lot more damage here. We're going to go downstairs. He's going to get an extension. Doesn't get a huge amount of damage, though.
Blocks the low. Tries to get something going there. And there's the whiff punish from Ruk Kang. Hops right in for that round.
Okay, so 1 round. Ruk Kang's going to take game 1, but I mean, King J's done a really good job in this game so far, so you can't count him out.
Oh, wow, that's sweeping low.
Oh, he gets a combo off that. Nice. Good conversion.
Wall splat as well.
Yeah.
Wow,
chases it down. And the slight delay just to catch the side step. Really good option there. So it's going to be 1 round for both players to take this first game.
Ruk Kang not letting it deter him, though. Going straight in again with the aggression in this final round. But King J gets the launcher, goes straight into tailspin. Misses the follow-up.
Doesn't get the follow-up. That's really unfortunate.
Oh, wow. Nice throw.
It's a really crucial tech against Ruk Kang because, I mean, every time he goes for a grab, you know it's going to be the launching version. Rage activated. This is where Jay becomes a lot more dangerous. We might see why. The Rage combo extension and then Rage drive!
Oh my word, I thought that was going to get absorbed for sure, but Ruk Kang's going to hop straight through it.
That
and
is
King J will fall.
That's twice. That is twice that we've seen a Rage drive come out from Gigas. And that option has just beat it clean. Do you reckon it's because, is that because Bob's airborne? He doesn't suffer from the stomp properties?
I'm not sure, but regardless, it did work out for him. We go straight in for the rematch. King J has no interest in changing character here.
I mean, like, he did totally fight with Gigas, right? I mean, it was just a couple of decisions just went in Ruk Kang's favor, but it definitely isn't a character thing. Yeah, big whip punish right there, trying to sort of just catch a launch on the end.
Blocks from J, there's the whip punish. That's
Big
what he was looking for. Gets a tailspin as well. Wall carry. Oh, Oki, massive.
Completes the string, Ruk Kang caught. That's it, over. Air grab's going to do a nice amount of cash out damage right there. I mean, it's a great option for Gigas in general, just to take that massive chunk of damage to end your combos with. And there's the big low. Oh, no full combo, tries though.
Tries to confirm that one too, King J. He's getting a lot of like wayward juggles and is attempting to follow up, but isn't maximizing, but he's getting something. Launching grab, Ruk Kang.
Finally gets it.
Ruk Kang special.
That's what he lives for, man. Great option. He knows when to use it.
Has rage though, Ruk Kang. Gets a launching grab. Could this be death?
Oh no, he drops the combo! Oh, double KO! King J and Ruk Kang both collide! And it's going to be actually in King J's favour.
That was 1,000,000% in King J's favour. 1 round away from tying this entire setup just off of that. You just feel that both these guys want to qualify. They both want to get far.
Oh yeah, by all means. You can see it in their play. They're hungry. Both these guys want to make it.
Tailspin, wall combo as well. Has the pressure. That's what Ruk Kang wants.
Rage activated for Ruk Kang though. I mean, big damage. No matter what happens, both players are going to have the utility of the drive and R, but it doesn't matter. Ruk Kang connects, and it's going to be 1 round for both players, but match point for Ruk Kang. A lot of pressure on King J right now.
Throw tech as well. Jay needs to get something going here. He needs to get that aggression. Another throw tech. Wow.
Nice punish. Oh.
Again. Oh, gets the launcher.
Yeah.
That's what he's looking for. Gets the air grab.
Big
Massive damage
out.
comes out. Ruk Kang has access to rage though. Damage is there. Could make the comeback. No, the grab is going to take it. King J ties this set up 1 game apiece.
This is when things get really intense. Going for rematch. I mean, the stage actually benefits both players, right? Ruk Kang generally
taking the most.
He only really seems to change if he doesn't get a wall stage. If he gets an endless one, he'll change it, but otherwise, not so much. Good punish on that. Interesting, actually, trying to almost bait a button press. Here comes Ruk Kang. King J's back to the wall. Got to do everything he can to fight away from this position because he does not want to be here at all.
Wow, there's that interesting trade last minute. Ruk
That
Kang
was a
just
dominant round.
one attack at a time. One at a time. Just chipping away.
Ooh. Checking in with the low. Done it a couple of times, but just answering back with the launcher punish. Great stuff. And again, just waiting for that get up. Just in his head, body splash, just for good measure.
King J playing super smart right now, actually. That's just really bringing out his A game.
Just great awareness. You can tell these guys play each other quite frequently as well. It's going to be 1 round each. Are we going to come down to a final round against these guys? Wouldn't be surprised.
We might do.
Again, just keeping him in check. Again, gets the launch, but doesn't quite get it high enough in the air. One of those airborne.
Carries him to the wall as well. Ruk Kang really wants this pressure. Can break him through if he gets a hit, but the question is, I actually think he might just rather just keep the wall to itself. No, goes straight through.
So he's going to take this round. Match point for Ruk Kang, but we are going to be downstairs. Slightly bigger space to fight in now. This is where Jay did totally fine down here before. No launch. Hasn't been 100% on that low, so it's got to really tighten up the execution a bit.
Oh, wow. Good throw tech.
That was a crucial tech. Wow, straight through that. There's a launch.
Wow.
Has to
straight into that one too.
He's got to make this damage count, but another combo drop, and he gets hit by a launcher of Ruk Kang's own.
This could be everything. Has wall pressure as well. Ruk Kang so close to taking this one down. King J trying to fight out of the situation, runs through. Charges the big punch, plus frames, into the splash, gets blocked into the low sweep. Ruk Kang will advance in the tournament over King J, thanks to a amazing sequence of clutch defense.
And it was a great punish at the end as well, just knowing exactly what his option should have been at that time. And it's moving him on in loser's bracket, but I mean, we've got to give that to King J. That was a great set. No, both of these players. No doubt we'll see him again. No doubt we'll see him again.
Brilliant performance in that last game there, though, but we will advance through to more losers bracket action as we have our winners finals decided. I assume we'll play through until someone in losers finals is decided, and we'll go from there. Right?
So we did last week. Last week it was winners, losers, and then grand finals.
Okay. Great set though, wonderful set.
I really enjoyed that. My favorite set so far.
I mean, when you see 2 players like that have been playing in tournaments as long as they have, specifically with Tekken, you just expect that, and you hope you get that. So when the players manage to deliver, it's nice. It's nice to see, right?
That's the first time we've seen a double KO in the UK Championship.
I mean, yeah, I completely forgot the double KO even happened.
That was great.
You know what I mean? There were so many clutch moments in that set, particularly. But just great play all around. Huge props, but that wasn't even to qualify.
No,
you know
not yet.
That wasn't even to get a qualifying spot. That was just to stay in the tournament.
But we mentioned, you know, that, like I said, there's 2 spaces left. Ruk Kang, because he narrowly missed out last time, you know, he just is hungry for at least one of those.
So, so let's try and brainstorm how this could work then, because someone in winners finals has already qualified.
It's just going to be the guys and losers playing out.
But
simple.
But there is a chance. I'm going to consult the bracket and have a look and see if there's if there's a chance that both DJ Vu and EX Soldier could meet again, perhaps. If DJ Vu obviously loses in winners finals.
Well, I mean, that's only what it comes down to, because we have EX Soldier in this bracket as well, in this top 8, which already qualified. It's a bit of a free-for-all. You know, if he goes out, then it's going to be a free-for-all no matter what happens. But I do see Elemental Deity sitting down as well. He's going to be coming up.
Alright, so let's work this one out. We've got Elemental Deity versus Asim in top 4. So,
I'll let you handle that.
it's Ruk Kang versus EX Soldier.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
That's NBA EX Soldier.
That's gonna be gatekeeping. That's gonna be his mission
for sure. So if EX Soldier wins his game, we'll do 5th place playoff for qualifying spot immediately afterwards.
That makes sense.
So if EX Soldier wins and there's a chance, and it comes down to a 5th place, we will do a playoff to decide who gets that final spot. So there might be the scope for an extra match.
An extra juicy match.
But that is only if the bracket goes a certain way, which obviously it might not happen. That might not happen at all.
I mean, that's only theoretically, right? You know, we are moments away from finding out exactly what's going to happen. Looks like we actually are going to come over to the lower bracket. You see right now, Asim taking out Inferno Kong, Ruk Kang taking out King J. Does mean that our next losers matches will be CKT Elemental Deity versus Asim, then Ruk Kang versus EX Soldier. EX Soldier has qualified already, so you know Ruk Kang is going to want to win that one. But Asim versus Elemental, neither of these guys have qualified yet, and that's a big match for both these players.
So does this mean that both of these losers' quarterfinals are technically matches to play?
I mean, they're undeniably some of the most important matches these guys have played.
As in, like, are both these losers' quarters? You win this, you make finals. Could be, because remember, 3 people are going, and in winners' finals, which could be grand finals, there's only 1 already done. So surely that means that this is the case.
It could do. Definitely could do. We'll find out closer to the moment, I'm sure.
I guess we'll see. But regardless, Elemental Deity playing really well today, but again, so is Asim. So this is going to be one to watch for sure.
Asim's Miguel in particular as well has looked incredible this whole tournament. So we're loading in. But
dropping straight into Kazumi though. That's the interesting one. We saw Elemental Deity go to Kazumi after losing game 1 versus Ruk Kang. He lost at Lee and then went to Kazumi. But going straight to Kazumi this time.
One of our new stages in this build of Tekken. Another infinite stage, but players really like this one. I think the background's kind of neutral, so there's not much going on. Great for them to concentrate. Just running and establishing those costumes. Actually, really smart, actually, that sort of like backwalk just to get around whatever I'm trying to do.
But this is that playstyle, Elemental Deity or on Kang in his bracket. Not overcommitting to 2, just going 6 hits, really mixing up between lows and mids, just non-stop.
That's what Kazumi does really well. Very, very heavy. Oh, nice. Damage. Doesn't get the follow-up. I mean, doesn't damage that anyway. Problem. That's gonna check with no damage.
Oh wow! Hop kick straight out of the
great stuff.
Really making that statement.
Break the game. I think Tim's still there. I'm not sure if it's already. It's a matter of Asim. He's throwing out the on that round too. He's moving, expecting elements to sit there a lot. And up now. Okay, probably expect elements to take away again, but ready for the one. Big damage. One. Could be 3 rounds. That's what I'm thinking. Going to do damage, but again, we have team range start coming all of today, but Asim very like this. Yeah. Again, no, a lot of pressure, and that was fantastic. But knowing that Asim was going to go for another damage, trying to inform some of these buttons, and then straight because he knew it was not very smart character select. So that's the we talked time and then stage. He does really good. Okay.
Now we can see a very big, heavy style. As big that he could pop this one, he's just fine. But
that could be what we so interesting to see how often he's coming to limit this. You would need to time just for that one button, you know, said it really is just testing with that. Why we have seen the down. Gets a full profit. On the side of each saving grab till the last minute. Very grab easy to play into 7 game period. So it can profit though. But that could have been so either could have meant no here. Actually, nice dash right there. Well, like he's really ready. But he'll even get one sound final. Well, there's the winning line. I think it's match. I think that's what it comes down to. It depends on the fact versus Kangs are qualified. But if Ruk Kang then for that was can be the ones already and then they're just they have bounced 2 spots for grabs. All this working out on the fly. I wish I had a talk back. I know. I know, right? Oh dear. Well, regardless, like, we'll find out. I'm fairly sure he has already, but I'm not gonna commit. So I don't want to be sure. I want to get everyone's hopes up. You just wish we made a bigger deal about that last match.
Yeah, I know.
That's all.
I know. But
Either way,
regardless, if Ruk Kang can take out EX Soldier here, and I believe that might be our 3 qualifiers decided.
Well, Ruk Kang is in this position once again, where it could be one match is going to decide whether he makes it to the London Comic Con finals. He's got to win this set to do it.
Again, Kang's final match qualified to take, and he's looking very how the difference we saw DJ for it is ready off the down to deal with the finger mix-ups. He saw the stance, we saw power crushes, we saw rage arts on reaction, we saw low parries when he thought low, and he set from to degree. Also, you're taking damage, and he's giving it away. Is Ruk Kang going to be able to do the same thing and compose himself to the same level we saw DJ?
I think it depends on what he feels like able to. It was a really. The example with Phantom was crazy because he had a lot of unique options, which Raven brought to the table, or Master Raven brought to the table. Specifically, I can't remember the annotation off my head, but it's the retreating, launching kickflip. A really good option for dealing with sort of the range that normally Howrong would be able to bring with things like the Sparta kick, which is normally a great option for Howrong players. But going into this, I think everyone at this level is going to have Howrong experience. It's a very popular character, especially in the UK. The UK has a lot of really good Howrong players.
Well, especially here particularly as well.
Yeah.
So I guess we can only assume.
Getting set up. I mean, we're expecting the matchup of Bob versus Howrong. It makes the most sense. What these guys play the most. Ruk Kang just needs to keep this one together, you know. I mean, he's been in the situation last week, and he was close to it in the first week of the UK Championship in Scotland. I mean, he's been almost in every top 8. I believe in times playing ever so slightly not there, but he's getting closer and closer each week. is this third week, you know, going to be the third time's a charm, you know what I mean? Is this going to be the one that he takes in?
For his case, I hope so, but at the same time, EX-Soldier playing so well deserves all the wins he gets, but again, this is that final challenge for him.
I think facing off against EX-Soldier is somewhat of a message where, you know, ultimately these guys are gatekeeping for sure. They've already played and they're just going to, they're sort of almost deciding who makes it and who doesn't, but the idea is to qualify for a top 16, you know? So if these guys have already qualified, ultimately what's going on is, if you want to make top 16 finals and you want to prove that you are worthy of that, you've got to beat me, you know, because I'm there. And if you can beat me, then you belong there, you know? That's kind of how, that's generally how it's going to work.
There's the scope of rematches happening, right?
Yeah.
Depending on who makes it and who doesn't. But for those of you that just tuned in, welcome. This is the Tekken 7 UK Championship. We are at the Manchester qualifier. We're going all around the United Kingdom as well as Ireland to try and find who will be our best players who will play off in the top 16 at the MCM Comic-Con London Finals in May. We get 3 qualifying players from each event. We are getting so close to finding out who those 3 will be today. We already have 6 who have qualified through Glasgow and Hype Spotting 2 weeks ago and Dublin last week. And we're going to see who is going to be it today.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch of players that are ready to go for the London Finals. We have a whole bunch left to go.
Authentic UK Tekken players.
Oh yeah, I mean,
like
a lot of characters covered too. So bear in mind, from Hype Spotting, we had Kane and Trench, DJ Vu, and The Truth. Those guys have already qualified through the first week. The second week was EX-Soldier, The Phantom, and CKT Fergus. That was the Dublin qualifier. And so far, C Chiszle has taken one of the spots this week. And DJ Vu, even though he qualified at Hype Spotting, is here today in winners finals. You know, so it's expanded the dynamic a little bit because he's up there, but his spot doesn't matter, you know, because he's already had that. As you can see, the winners finals, DJ Vu versus C Chiszle, these guys have already qualified.
However, despite DJ Vu already qualifying, he still is going to want to be able to say, I won one of the qualifiers. Because he didn't win in Glasgow. He got very close.
No,
I believe
he was close.
He got 3rd place, but you wanna go into the finals knowing, okay, I won an event, I won a tournament. I won one of these qualifiers, and that's why I'm here. Now, if you get 3rd in one of them and win, that's just all the more impressive, right? You want to be able to know you've done that going into the finals. So you want to get as ready as possible, as much access to the game as you can, so you are ready for that final showdown on the stage. But we'll have to wait and see if that happens, or if C Chiszle will advance through there and be a grand finalist of his own.
Indeed. Only time will tell. Not too long. We'll find out very shortly, actually. Very excited to see what happens here, because Ruk Kang, this is another very important match for him. This is a match that EX-Soldier can afford to lose, but Ruk Kang needs to win this if he's going to qualify for the top 16 at the end of May. Bob versus Haorong. I mean, this, as I said, this is a matchup we've definitely expected. It's unlikely EX-Soldier is going to really ever change character, because, I mean, every single time I've seen this guy play, he's been using Haorong. Ruk Kang was in a little bit of a character crisis before Bob was introduced to the build, and then the second Bob made it in to Tekken 7, I mean, that's pretty much, he's been set from this point onwards. But EX-Soldier starting things off with a massive combo, converting that first hit into very respectable damage.
Full carry as well, already close to 50% and ongoing. EX-Soldier not pulling any punches. He wants to destroy Ruk Kang right now.
Well, ultimately, if he's going to make the top 16, Ruk Kang does need to prove it by defeating someone that's already qualified. This is definitely one way of proving that you're worthy of that spot. Both players have rage, but a comeback from Ruk Kang. What a sequence!
That just kind of just happened out of nowhere. Ruk Kang was so down on life, but just like that, manages to snatch it back.
Crouching on the grab, but doesn't quite get the punish.
Oh, good tech on the launching grab.
I mean, if you're going to fight Ruk Kang, you need to be ready to take that, because if he's going to grab, it's going to launch. You can't afford that damage at all. That's twice now EX-Soldier's got the duck, but no punish.
No tech on there either.
Here comes the Flamingo mix-ups. Oh, the power crush, knowing he's going to press a button. Oh, there's the launcher.
Gets the wall. Oh, tries to follow him down, whips a button. And there's a full KO as well. Ruk Kang, unfortunately, unable to make that one work. EX-Soldier.
Yeah. He tried to get a little bit more damage, but the second that string whiffed, that was a guaranteed catch from EX-Soldier for the guaranteed damage to follow up. I believe that's the Pistons. Catching that launch. Big damage incoming.
All carry as well. EX-Soldier, good tech roll to get off the ground, but no, Ruk Kang chases him down again. Catches him crouching. Absolutely mix up City into another round for Ruk Kang.
Okay, so that's going to be one round Ruk Kang needs. I mean, if he can do this, it's going to be so comfortable.
Oh
again, another rising punish.
Massive damage wall again. This is where Ruk Kang thrives. He has that pressure. Wow, catches him again, EX Soldier.
Oh my god, so many buttons and so much damage. That's easily going to be the first game, and a perfect. What a message to send as well.
Wow, I mean, that is one way of doing it. I mean, that very first round, when EX Soldier went straight in, no messing around, I thought for sure Ruk Kang was going to go down, but was able to clutch it out. And not only that, finish the game off with a perfect.
It's just a test of composure. That's all it is. And clearly, I think Ruk Kang proving that he is composed here. He's keeping it together. Now, you mentioned this earlier. He does play Steve, but this is the first time we've seen it in the UK Championship.
But it's a similar stage. So at the very least, Ruk Kang still has access to the walls, which he's been doing so well with. But at the same time, EX Soldier going to Steve, there's probably a reason for this, and Ruk Kang didn't look too happy upon seeing he'd made the swap.
There's a couple of things about this. First of all, you understand that EX Soldier is in a position right now where he's able to risk changing, because if he loses here, he's still making the finals because he qualified last week. So if he's going to experiment with another character, this is probably the best time to do it, because he's ultimately not really going to lose a whole lot if he loses here.
Wow, another launcher. Ruk Kang is absolutely on point with the reads on those.
He just does so much damage with every touch. He's just knowing exactly when to catch the right launcher at the right time and maximizing his damage in the process. He was on the verge of another perfect, but EX Soldier actually might be making a comeback here.
Wow.
Yeah, the wake up's going to catch that.
That's insane. EX Soldier just isn't letting, he's just not being given a chance to get anything going. Ruk Kang is just smothering him right now.
And with the throw tech though, no launch for him. I think the spacing of Ruk Kang has been really immaculate, just staying at that magical range just outside of EX Soldier's buttons and just catching a whiff punish when he sees something. And then he is catching that so consistently, like, on the money.
Towards the wall as well, gets the splat. More pressure, catches the low again. Oh, wow. And the patience, Ruk Kang, one round away from moving on.
Now, I do believe this should be a qualification point for Ruk Kang. If he wins this, it will be top 4.
Down EX Soldier, managing to make something work now, getting some damage on the table, gets the low, needs to keep mixing him up. Locks the punch.
No significant
Doesn't
punish!
Get it.
The Rage launcher, this is going to do big damage, goes in for the Rage art, he's going to cash out big damage here. It's not going to kill, but you know he's doing this because he wants some kind of Oki situation. The setup he gets after this Rage art is what he's betting the farm on. Oh, the side step!
Frames, no! Whiffs it!
Oh no.
Oh no, I don't think that's going to connect.
The punish!
Oh, it does!
He punishes it with Rage art, good awareness.
Wow, EX Soldier showing that he is knowledgeable.
It's one of the benefits of Rage art in this game, actually. Depending on the speed, gives some characters unique punish opportunities on certain moves.
But that was a lifeline that EX Soldier needed. He needed to take that round, to not go down 6 straight, to realize he can take rounds here. Wow, no. Ruk Kang doesn't look very happy about it.
I mean, this is the gameplay of a hungry man. Again, a nice block. Very clutch tech. The two players are going to trade, but again, because they both got tagged quite far away, not going to be able to capitalize on that counter hit.
Oh no, whiffs a full string into a punish from EX Soldier. Makes him pay for that one.
Ooh, big crumple. That's going to be a full combo. The
Blocks
punish.
the low. Oh, the clutch from EX Soldier. Ruk Kang came so close to taking that one out.
The EX Soldier fighting back, but Ruk Kang needs to keep this together. If he doesn't close this out and he loses, he's going to regret this so much. He needs to finish his play, absolutely.
Oh, there's another throw. Good stuff from EX Soldier. Goes in. Oh, whiffs.
Oh, I say no whiff punish. He definitely tried to, though. Yeah, taking that extra bit of damage, and this is looking to be on the verge of a game. Gets the rising launcher again.
Don't think that's been quite enough. There's a tailspin. No holding on to his rage.
Rage drive. Are we going to see it?
Oh, and another clutch 3-round finish. EX Soldier manages to take it out. So this one not looking quite as done as we thought. EX Soldier clings on.
The second I saw him finish that combo and not spend his rage on it at all, I was almost positive we were going to see him go for a rage drive afterwards, just trying to force some kind of pressure.
There's a throw tech.
Gets a counter hit. Full combo from EX Soldier, and a good chunk of damage. Steve's damage to the wall, just as good as the next character you know.
Good block. Patience from EX Soldier showing through.
And now EX, he's kind of like slowed things down a little bit. He's waiting for a little bit more opportunities to punish. He's really letting Ruk Kang press all of the buttons.
I just think that Ruk Kang's thinking a little bit too far ahead now, though. EXO just waiting for it.
The reality is that Ruk Kang was one hit away from qualifying and wasn't able to close it out. But he doesn't manage to do it now. He's going to be heartbroken.
EXO, though, absolutely just earning his place in this tournament still, playing so well right now with Steve.
Again, he gets a full combo from that. Ranger, I mean, that doesn't quite work out. He loses range here. No punish.
Oh, there's the whiff from Ruk Kang. The spacing wasn't quite there. EX Soldier, a reverse match point, completely turning the tables.
Now, this is going to be really unfortunate if he doesn't manage to close this one out because he was so close. Ruk Kang has to be so careful right here. I mean, he needs to get something going. He can't completely freeze up because then he's going to give EX Soldier all of the pressure in the world. But he gets a launch, and that's actually going to be game over. EX Soldier takes over Ruk Kang. What a heartbreaker for Ruk Kang right there.
Especially after how that happened. But what an adaptation by EX Soldier, being able to completely... Not only... It was more than just a character change, you know, because clearly it didn't go 100% well. Now, at the start, but he was able to make the adaptation to Ruk Kang, not just the character.
Now, I'm just having a look. I believe what's happening here is, are we going to see this playoff situation now? Because now it's a joint fifth. Because EX Soldier, C Chiszle, and DJ Vu are all still in this tournament, but all three of them have qualified, and I believe we're at our top 4 currently.
So out of the 4 players still in the tournament, 2 of them are already qualified, which means only
EX Soldier, C Chiszle, and DJ Vu. They've all qualified.
No, as in like...
Oh, you're talking about the players
in terms of space today.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Out of the 4 players in the tournament still right now, only 2 of them have qualified. So there's 2 spaces left. There's 3 from each tournament, which means we need a playoff. We need to do a playoff for 5th place. So it's going to be Ruk Kang versus Asim playing off for that final spot.
This was a situation I wasn't ready for, but it was inevitable.
That's what I thought was going to happen, but it was just, is that actually what's going to be happening or not? I believe so. 3 out of 5.
And because this is the decider, to decide which one of these guys, it's a 3 out of 5, not a 2 out of 3.
Poor old Ruk Kang.
Poor guy.
Keep playing games into games.
Everyone, lend him your energy. Like, this poor guy, he's been at every single qualifier, and he was 1 round away, one hit away.
To not be biased.
Of course.
To not be biased, Asim has also played out of his mind today.
Oh, so he's played phenomenally today.
Both Asim and Ruk Kang are going to have to play out now. The winner will qualify for the championship finals. Loser falls at the final hurdle again. Oh, we say this match after match after match after match, and for the final time today, winner qualifies and the loser goes home.
So, what an interesting situation here, where we're in the middle of a top 8. However, the tournament win, for the purpose of the top 16 at the Tekken 7 UK Championship Finals,
is decided. It's decided.
This is the match that matters.
Of course.
This is the final qualification match. After this, it will be who is the best player of the tournament and who is going into the MCM finals with a lot of momentum. But for these 2 players, this is definitely the most important match, without a shadow of a doubt. So, Bob again.
Deary me.
You have to wonder, is Ruk Kang going into this at a little bit of a disadvantage? Because, how must he be feeling at the moment? He's just had that heartbreaking loss, which you could see it hit him. It affected him.
But
and now he's having to play again.
At the same time, as a competitor, you need to be able to rise above that.
Oh yeah, by all means.
You need to be able to compose yourself. Because at this point, let's not forget, you know, Asim was eliminated already. Asim is out of the tournament. Ruk Kang is out of the tournament. Technically, they're eliminated.
They've both felt the same disappointment.
They've both felt the same disappointment. They both came a match away from qualifying. They were both in the exact same situation. So they are both thrown this final lifeline to qualify, but only one of them can take it.
And they're both RTFM, a team kill.
Oh, it is as well. That is unfortunate.
What a story. So, Ruk Kang is here again. He's been at all 3 qualifying events. All 3. Last week, narrowly lost to Phantom and had it taken away from him at the last minute. Just now, a heartbreaking loss to EX Soldier. 1 hit away he was, and he couldn't close that.
He was 1 hit away twice. It is worse than that.
But the stars have aligned, and through the playoff situation that both these players find themselves in, they have 1 more 3 out of 5 in this tournament to determine who is going to make it to that top 16 finals. 2 players of the tournament have already qualified in Elemental Deity and C Chiszle. There's 1 spot left. Asim and Ruk Kang about to fight for that right now at the Manchester Tekken 7 UK Championship qualifier. Let's go.
3 out of 5 as well. This will be potentially a long set for these guys, but they're going to have to do what they can.
Bob and Dragunov. I mean, we've actually seen Asim play really well. I mean, I know in the match against Elemental, he looks very strong, but obviously I think it's, we have to see how these guys play now. Now the pressure is at its peak. Now Asim's going to be really aggressive here because that's just the nature of Dragunov, but Ruk Kang fighting back. There's
Wonderful pressure from Asim. Wonderful. Is he going to knock through the wall? No, he wants to maintain the pressure.
Yeah, big damage. Oh, wow, good block.
Blocks the chop again. Asim not letting it work.
Punish.
Blocks the sweep into a punish. Ruk Kang takes round 1.
It's a great way to start. Actually, again, staying composed enough to be ready for certain options. That's a crazy good launch. He's going to get wall on this, perhaps? No, not quite. Goes for the setup instead.
Plus frames. Oh, wow. Delays from Asim into the grab. Nice stuff.
Ruk Kang definitely taking damage when he can get it, but speaking of which, Asim catches the launcher. Wow, actually, Asim opted to go for nothing on his opponent's stand-up.
He's trying to bait out an attack.
Perhaps.
Oh, wow, there you go. There's that block as well. Asim returns the favor. It's
almost
a complete mirror of what happened in round 1.
Completely the same fashion. These wayward hits are definitely coming out in the favor of Asim so far, and the Pistons, the kind of big launch.
Oh, wow, gets the wall pressure as well. Not letting him get out. Ruk Kang is just all over him at the moment.
I mean, I know the wall is such a crucial thing to Tekken, but Ruk Kang in particular, the wall he just thrives on. And he takes his 2nd round. 1 round away, and it's going to be 1 game on the board. Bear in mind, this is a 3 out of 5, not a 2 out of 3. So these guys might be playing for a little bit longer. Catches the launch again.
Another launch. Oh, wow.
Oh! Nothing after that, though.
Asim just spending so much time just standing in front of Ruk Kang, just trying to get him to press something.
Rage is activated for Ruk Kang, though. And actually now the life. I was about to say, the life would have meant that any substantial launch would have actually killed, but Asim landing that crucial hit to seal that deal in the 4th round. But final round, both players. Now dropping that combo might actually be really crucial because he gave Asim that launch he needed.
Into the wall as well. No, gets out. Mid-screen at least. Small whiff punish on the grab. Asim going to run away with the big damage.
Asim's options have just been so on the money. Very smart, but he gets the launching grab. Here comes Ruk Kang.
There's the wall as well. Give me. Oh, they'll wake up attack from Asim. So brave.
Oh, couldn't afford to take 1 single hit. And Asim takes the 1st game. 1 game on the side of Asim. He has 2 more to take, and Ruk Kang has to take 3.
This could be a close one. If that match right there tells us anything, is that we are going to be here for a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I mean, they traded rounds, but ultimately Asim took the final 2. But again, as these get a bit more crucial, I mean, the composure will be tested of both of these players.
Oh wow, nice launch from Ruk Kang though. Very
so much damage.
Start. Huge damage. Rage art is going to connect most likely. Yeah, not going to do quite enough. Asim cannot get hit by anything though. If he gets breathed on at this point, he's going to get KO'd.
Bear in mind, we've seen comebacks off Rage Arts before all day because they just established pressure on their opponents.
Oh, maybe not like that though.
Doesn't matter. Just immediately answering back. A really good choice for Ruk Kang. And there's the launch for Asim.
No, nice tech.
Just walking straight into it. That's a full combo.
Yeah, downstairs. The wall as well. We'll go downstairs. Oh, it misses the follow-up, unfortunately.
Just that run into that running punch. Just such good mileage out of it. It's such a key tool to Dragunov. Now this is a rage comeback potentially. Has to be really careful.
There's the block. Patience! Oh, the delay. Asim trying to bait something out. The low doesn't quite finish him. The trade. Yes, Ruk Kang will move through.
The trade, finally, of a slowdown comes out in Ruk Kang's favor. This poor guy was on the receiving end so many times. Finally gets one of his own. Full combo.
Asim though playing very well. Unfortunately down a couple of rounds, but he was on the receiving end of this last time and he managed to pull through.
Oh, that's a crucial sidestep. We see a lot of mileage out of those low chops, just really trying to get him blocking low. You know, the one time he blocks low, he's going to get tagged by something massive.
Nice throw from Asim.
Yeah, no tech. Actually, he's back to the wall. Fighting out with a get-up kick. 3 straight rounds is definitely one way to answer back, though. 1 game each. And again, character select, actually. We've seen Asim play other characters today, I believe. So.
This could be a couple of things. This could be a swap through to Miguel, or maybe this could just be to run the stage. So who knows?
Well, again, one thing we have to notice here is that stages are very important for Ruk Kang in particular. So we have seen the Miguel change. I kind of expected this. I definitely expected this change. He looked really on point earlier. Miguel is a newer character for this build of Tekken 7 Tekken 7 in general. But ultimately, Miguel actually has a lot of similarities to previous versions of Miguel. A lot of his combos remain very similar. He's got a couple of interesting additions, though. I mean, Power Crush in this game, the armored option, he can actually combo off of his, and he gets a big chunk of damage for it, too.
Just have to wait and see if he puts that to use, though. 1 apiece now.
Rage Drive also allows him to extend combos a little bit, too.
Important thing, a stage with no walls.
Yeah, this was one of the best stages I think Asim could have got against Ruk Kang. And just immediately, these buttons with Asim just working out massively. He's done so much damage already, but here comes the launch. One way to answer back.
Nice combo. Oh, wow, Oki as well.
Stomps him. He's got rage, but is he going to have a chance to use it? Great start. Oh, the big whiff. Both players have to be so careful!
Wow!
Rage drives collide, and Ruk Kang is going to take the first round on it.
Oh, absolutely incredible trade there. No throw tech from Ruk Kang.
I've got to say, Ruk Kang's spacing has been so on point this game. I mean, Asim too, but Ruk Kang in particular just really letting things not go unpunished.
Wake up is good.
Oh, wow!
Wow! Slap again, hits the twin pistons. This could be what he needs.
That almost looked like a bait, where he actually baited a whiff punish on that low chop and then immediately answering back with the pistons. Immediately answering back with another low chop. And he's 1 round away from having it 2 rounds, or 2 games.
But that was another Rage Drive get missed out, though. Rage Drives aren't quite working out for Asim the way they have been in the past.
That launcher has just been working out so well for Ruk Kang. He's known exactly when to use it throughout this game. The fact that he hasn't had a wall, I mean, it's not really phased him. He's doing so well on this endless stage.
Nice confirm from Asim. Wonderful, picks him up, gets the tailspin.
Yeah, let's punish. Taking a little bit of damage, we can get it. Now we're a little bit dangerous. 1 more hit for both these guys might put them into rage. There it is.
Oh! Oh, their Rage Drive. Oh, no!
Answering back with another 3 straight rounds. Looking so strong. Now, if this was earlier in the top 8, Ruk Kang would have qualified already. But this is a 3 out of 5. He's got 1 more game.
Yeah, man. Not quite done yet. Consider this the final hurdle, I suppose.
Ruk Kang, you can see the hunger in his eyes, though. This guy, he's put in so much work at all these other qualifiers. This could be the 1 game that sends him there, but Asim fighting back.
Asim's done so well today with both Dragunov and Miguel. I wouldn't count him out just yet.
Absolutely not. This guy's unreal.
Just going for this poke style again of just chipping away at him piece by piece.
Because that's what Ruk Kang wants to do. Ruk Kang wants to basically take a jab and then enforce those plus frames on hit into whatever else he wants to do. If Asim just completely denies that with pokes of his own, he's in a great situation. This pressure's been really good this game. Much better.
Oh, sidestep. Patience. Oh no, tags are just a raw running attack to a full combo. The tailspin's right at the start, so can't get the second one.
Slight sidestep into a hop kick as well, so that's going to be a nice chunk of damage. Has activated rage. Probably won't matter because he's got the grab. Wow. 2 straight rounds for Asim though.
Very quick return though this time, Asim. Content. Really wants to bring this one even.
Full combo. Oh no, nice chunk of damage either way. Oh, nice, good choice.
Watch the chop again.
That's going to do very significant damage, the chop just to establish it, but he's not going to try and go. We can see a rage drive. Can extend damage off that low in particular, but the whiff.
Oh, there's blocks from Ruk Kang, and that will be just enough. Ruk Kang stays alive.
We did see that was actually one of the benefits of the rage drive for Miguel was that he gets a little bit more of a combo off that 1 low attack in particular. A little bit of an extension. Wow, answering back with a great sequence from now. And catches it again.
Oh wow, tries to go for a 3rd time, but Asim has none of it. In rage mode, though, this could be a big comeback. There's the lone punishes with the twin pistons into 2 rounds apiece. Ruk Kang is on match point.
This is unbelievably close. This is arguably the most important set of this one tournament to decide who the final player is for qualifying for the top 16. Man, MCM finals in London.
Ruk Kang found himself in this situation twice versus EX-Soldier and was unable to clutch it out twice in a row. Could this be a third time, or will he run away with this one?
That's a start. No rage drive. This is going to be an honest comeback if he makes it.
Oh, and that will do it for Ruk Kang after 3 weeks of continuous tournaments going to Glasgow, Scotland, Dublin, Ireland, and now Manchester. He finally manages to do what has taken him 3 weeks, and that is qualify for the Tekken 7 UK Championship Finals in London.
Asim made him fight for it, though. Asim made him fight for it.
Absolute shout-outs to Asim for bringing that set down to its absolute final stages. Absolutely amazing performance today, but we are not done. This tournament is not over yet. We are still looking to see who will be your winner today. We're getting some losers matches done now. We'll actually have a rematch of Deity versus Ruk Kang. But I'm going to take this opportunity to remind you guys, if you do enjoy Tekken 7 and you like what you see, you can pre-order the game now. It is out June 2nd, and if you pre-order now, you will get access to Eliza. And it's also out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So if you like what you see and you know you're going to be getting Tekken, no reason not to pre-order it. Get yourself access to Eliza.
The game is almost out. That is the important
The time is nearly upon us.
It has been a long time coming. The amount of tournaments all over the world, I mean, this is just one of many that have happened and will continue to happen. And when this game officially comes out, everyone's going to go in. Everyone is going to go ham.
I would just like to point out all these amazing, exciting moments that we're having in this tournament series so far. The game isn't even out yet.
Imagine when these guys can actually start practicing, right? And they haven't got to come to these one-day events a week to play in a tournament setting.
Or go to one day event a week for 3 weeks in a row like Ruk Kang did.
Well, I mean, I said earlier in this tournament, dedication is rewarded. Dedication is rewarded.
This is that, right? This is exactly that. This is exactly what you expect.
Yeah. I mean, it's the 3rd time with the charm. He did it in his home territory. You know, it used to be NBA Ruk Kang. You know, this was his home for the longest time, and he finally made it here. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be happy with that. However,
incredible.
Technically, Ruk Kang has actually been eliminated from this tournament. So,
oh yeah,
EX-Soldier is taking the plate.
Oh yeah, it's not going to be a rematch. What am I talking about?
He's been eliminated, mate. But he doesn't care. He doesn't care about it. No one cares about that now. Because CC's made it. But we still have a tournament to finish.
Still though. I mean, that was it, right? That was quite a thing. However, EX-Soldier and Deity. So this is an interesting matchup, considering EX-Soldier has been very dominant so far. Especially, well, I say the last 2 weeks, particularly in the Tekken 7 UK Championship, where we saw him get, I believe it was 3rd last week in Dublin. And this is a match for 3rd, because this is a match for losers finals. So if he wants to at least equal his position last week, he has to defeat Deity now.
Well, there's always a goal for a player in a tournament. I think any tournament player will back this up, that when you enter a tournament, the ultimate goal for the next one is to place higher than you placed last time. If you make top 8 or you make 7th, you want to get higher than 7th. If you get top 3, you want to get 2nd or 1st. If you get grand finals, right, and you don't win, your goal is to win the next tournament. So, EX-Soldier, going into this tournament, 3rd place was his placing last week. You know he wants higher than that. You know he wants to win the whole thing. Elemental Deity, though, no matter what happens here, he's going to be happy because he's already qualified. He's qualified as well at this tournament. And as you said, this is actually his first proper tournament.
That's the big thing, though, for me here, is Elemental Deity. I was talking with Bubsy earlier on, a prominent online player, member of CKT, but this is his first ever tournament.
What a testament I think this is,
And in his first tournament, he defeated King J, he defeated Ruk Kang. And, could he defeat EX-Soldier?
Could he win the whole thing?
Yeah, he maybe could. I mean, more than capable of making it back through.
I feel like Elemental Deity is a complete shining example of why going to tournaments like this is worth it. Go to your first tournament and make minimum top 4, qualify for the London finals in your first event. I mean, it's possible. If you are good enough and you play the game enough, go to a tournament and you might surprise yourself.
Fundamentally, being a tournament player for a while just the more tournaments you enter, the more comfortable you are in a tournament setting. That's just the way it is. However, that doesn't mean that your first tournament has to be a bad experience. That has to be uncomfortable.
No, everyone has to get destroyed in their first tournament.
Yeah.
You might make top 4.
Like, I understand that there is always that joke of, oh, everyone goes 0-2 at their first tournament. No, that isn't necessarily the case.
I didn't.
Some people. Exactly. But that's what I mean. Like, and neither did Elemental Deity. He's looking at top 4 minimum. And he's taken down some big names to get here.
Bear in mind,
Soldier now stands in his way.
He's gone in for this Kazumi pick as well, a new character to Tekken 7. Picks her up incredibly fast, and again, it's a really good choice because not everyone's going to be so familiar with these newer characters. You're forcing them to adapt to new characters on the fly in a tournament setting. They're not going to be as familiar with the legacy characters of previous Tekkens.
This is that really just,
what a start.
And this is just that solid, poke-heavy game plan that we're seeing Elemental Deity go for all day with Kazumi. Very powerful. Just looking to just establish that space immediately in front of him. That's what he wants to just dominate.
EXO, I mean, he's been on the back foot plenty of times though. Like, there's been plenty of situations where he's been on the back burner and he's been rounds and rounds down. He's still found a way to come back.
Also Tigers, that helps.
Yeah, sick.
But another solid round though.
Yeah, straight into Flamingo pressure once again.
Oh, Power Crush does get blocked as well though. Wow, eats that free damage for nothing.
That's one of the interesting things about Power Crush though, is they take a while to come out, so if you have the right buttons pressed, you can probably still recover in time. What's the mix-up? The grab! Oh, the tech! Clutch throw tech into the round at number 2. That throw tech was everything. It set up the entire round for the rest of it. Betting the farm on that massive launcher doesn't work out, but minimally punished.
Oh, wow, sidestep into a quick chop. So EX Soldier. All goes to Power Crush, there's the launcher.
Yeah, massive whip punish. Oh, so much damage by the wall. Great option there. Flamingo pressure. I mean, it's going to be kind of risky what he does now.
Oh, the patience! Elemental Deity has been displaying this patience all day. Absolutely incredible defense.
Great composure. Absolutely phenomenal composure. Stage select or rematch? That's what's deciding. Now, again, it might not necessarily mean that EX Soldier wants to change the stage.
It might just want some time to think.
Exactly.
Because realistically, I don't see him swapping or like going for a stage with no walls because he's Howlon. And the EX Soldier has been doing like max damage wall combos all day. I can't imagine he would want to lose access to that.
That's one of the things of Howlon though. I mean, his damage output is definitely up there. You know, it's up there with some of the best damage output because it just,
especially from what we've seen so far.
On a stage like this as well, where there's a lot of magical ranges where if he lands that one massive launcher and just gets the wall at the perfect time, that's like 55%.
Power Crush goes through again, eats that free damage.
Elemental though, I mean, this tournament making
I don't know if the Power Crush is the right answer to the exact attacks that Elemental was going for. I just don't think it's actually going to, like, the attacks recover before the Power Crush connects.
Historically, we're seeing it work against a lot of people, just not in this one matchup. Maybe Kazumi just has the strings that Elemental was using and just recovering too quickly. Here comes the pressure again, just mixing this up as much as possible, but again, taking a small step back, doesn't want to overcommit. Rage up! Oh! Safer on block than most though, so not a huge issue. Loses the round anyway, but wasn't because of a rage art.
It's still going to connect. Elemental Deity though. Remember, this is actually back to 2 out of 3 though, so
it
we
is.
are just mere rounds away from Elemental maybe moving forward here.
It's winners, losers, and grand finals. There'll be 3 out of 5. This is still 2 out of 3. It's not a ton of damage, but just those individual buttons, that one, that sort of chop that Kazumi does right there, just a very great move to use just as a poke.
But that's going to be the round for sure. Yeah, we go. EX always managed just to get that big damage. Move going downstairs now though, so I'm going to start off things here, but still have walls around, so not a complete loss.
Yeah, no whip punish. Power Crush, really good option actually. I love the fact that we're actually seeing whiffed buttons into Power Crush, expecting a whip punish.
Yeah. Relatively advanced strategies there. There's the big launcher. We're going to get a tailspin. Oh,
no.
Tries to.
Misses it ever so slightly, leaving EX Soldier with a lifeline. Oh, wow.
Huge whiff, but meager punish from EX Soldier.
What's the mix-up? Oh, the low stomp, but no punish. Or no punish attempt at least. Wow, what an answer for that. The comeback to end all comebacks.
Really good round from EX Soldier though. Elemental Deity to try and bring this one in, or it's going to be evened out. If EX Soldier can get this round too.
It was looking really strong for Elemental as well, but he's just done such a good job of bringing this one.
Oh, another sidestep. Sidestep is becoming to be a bit of a bane for Elemental Deity right now.
Yeah, I think that's one of the adaptations that we've seen made that seems to be a great option. Probably going to take it on this. One more hit will do it.
Not quite. Oh, but that little jab will take it. You got to be so concerned. When Howrong has access to Rage, that damage potential if you're near the wall can be disastrous.
So it's match point for Elemental though. EX Soldier definitely needs this round if he wants to take another game, but Elemental just needs one round to win the whole set. Oh wow, what a sequence from Soldier.
Everything is connecting right now.
Yeah, it's all working out really well. Here comes the Flamingo cancels. So many buttons, but no real answers for it. And a really dominant final round there for EX. Now, straight in, one game each, and we're going to be resaying it. Probably going to see a stage change. I mean, it's understandable. I mean, he got a lot of mileage out of just the pressure those walls bring. On that specific stage as well, I mean, both were quite small.
Just wait and see what it gives him. Oh, we got Arctic Snowfall.
Endless.
Endless stage.
This could be completely different. I mean, like, it seems like they're sort of like that sort of general neutral poke heavy game seems to benefit some of these guys on the endless stages a bit more, you know, because it pretty much allows you to play that game plan anywhere.
Just have to wait and see if it makes that much of a difference, though. EX Soldier looking to, remember, if he doesn't win this round, he's getting 4th, which is a lower position than he got last week. So if he's looking to at least improve on last week's performance, he has to win this.
This is such a bizarre position for these players because they've already qualified, but they definitely want to outplace each other. They definitely want to win the tournament.
It is still a tournament. There is still, you know, there is a reason to be first place. You want to be able to say, I was the best on this day.
Elemental was just answering back so well. EX Soldier sitting on Rage, though, bear in mind. A little bit of extra damage. He's going to get the utility. Howrong in particular. Rage Drive being a great comeback mechanic, but didn't work out there. Elemental taking the first round really well.
Whiff buttons into a launcher. EX Soldier's going to fall for that one. Wow, big, like 45% damage.
Yeah, even without the ball, that's really nice chunky damage. Wow, that was a humongous sidestep into a launch punish. That actually could be it. Not quite.
Near enough into a dive. Just like that, Elemental Deity with an amazing answer.
That'll do it.
Soldier is now down 2 rounds. Match point to Elemental Deity again.
Bear in mind, because both these guys have qualified, what if they have to fight in London? What if they have to fight in the finals? You want to fight someone knowing they've already beat you?
It could happen. You never know.
So much damage. A nice chunk of damage, even without the access to the wall. Like, really nice conversions there from Elemental.
Oh, there's the whiff, but EX Soldier late with the whiff punish. Oh, there's the launch.
There's the launch. Oh, no! Soldier dropping his combo. Again, keeping things safe, so it's not going to be punishable, but unfortunately, a little bit of a waste.
But he has lost Rage, so this isn't going to kill. Oh, no, he drops it.
It's a bit of a heartbreaker, really, because if he actually had Rage, that would have been over, but unfortunately, because he used it earlier on, Elemental taking it over EX Soldier. And now Elemental moving on into, I believe, losers finals, right?
That is it. We are down to our top 3 of the tournament. In winners finals, we have C Chiszle and DJ Vu about to play. And in losers, we now have Elemental Deity, who'll be awaiting the loser of that. So that does mean we're going to be going into 3 out of 5 from this point on. That means we have 3 matches left to go, and there'll be 3 out of 5 from this point. Cool. So,
C Chiszle's, yeah, he's sitting down, getting ready to go. So he's definitely feeling good because he's actually on the winner's side. And he's qualified as well. I mean, this is definitely the story to remain in this tournament, is that everyone here is qualified now. So it's all down to whoever wins the tournament, who's going to be the best player of the day, and who's going to be riding all of that momentum going into the finals, knowing they had what it takes to beat other players that have already qualified and won one of those tournaments. That's going to be a great confidence boost, knowing that, well, you know, if I've beat a bunch of the guys that have already qualified, and they're all of my opponents at the finals, I mean, that is a great feeling for sure.
I think, out of all 3 players we've seen today, I think the best story to tell will be Elemental Deity winning. However, I honestly see DJ Vu being the solid pick so far. Because I know C Chiszle and DJ Vu, I believe they played in Glasgow. I remember, I'm pretty sure...
Well, they were at least in the same top 8. Like, they were at least in the same bracket.
They're in the same top 8, and I'm pretty sure I remember seeing a Lord Jack, relatively close game. Unless it was the truth.
There were multiple Jacks in that tournament, my friend.
It has been 3 weeks. I apologise if my memory is not serving me properly. But regardless, DG has been playing, at least today, out of his mind.
Yeah.
Like, truly, truly Great play from him today. Then again, C Chiszle as well. So I guess if I'm being a little bit more more specific, I think whoever wins the winners final here is probably going to win the tournament.
Yeah, well, it'll be much easier to determine who we think has a likely chance after what happens in this set.
I suppose so. I predict we'll be seeing Jack versus Law. Question is, will DJ Vu go for Jack or will he try his other
Well, again, I spoke to DJ Vu earlier and he said to me, well, because I've already qualified, I feel like I might use it as a chance to try out some other characters or another character or whatever. But seeing as he didn't use it earlier on and he's now in winners finals, I'm pretty sure he'd much rather win the tournament than get experience with a sub or secondary character. It makes the most sense, and it kind of looks like he's going for Jack in this character change. C Chiszle, understandably, straight back into Law. He's going to want to win this as well, and we'll see what happens. But DJ Vu qualifying at Hype Spotting. A few weeks ago now in Scotland, C Chiszle qualified today, but was very close to qualifying in that exact same Hype Spotting tournament. Didn't quite make it, but he has made it today, so great stuff there. But again, you know he's going to want to win the tournament as well. It's not just going to end up qualifying.
At the end of the day, these guys are all at the later end of the tournament, right? This is as far along as it gets. There's 3 people left, only one of them is going to win. So you want to be that one, for sure. But we did start off with over 80 players today. 3 remaining in the Tekken 7 UK Championship Manchester qualifying event. Remember, the action doesn't end here. We'll be in Birmingham next week, and London the week after. So if you want to try your hands at qualifying, get involved. Hashtag T7 UK Championship. Get your presence known. Be there. Turn up. Register online, and we'll see you there.
This is live in the heart of Manchester Battle Arena, the arcade club. Lots of good tournaments going on. You can see all the machines in the background. This is an arcade. You know,
this is the biggest arcade in Europe. This is one floor of what you'll see.
Giving out the checking the menus out.
Nice.
Before we get started.
As
Great.
you do. 6 menus. Definitely menus.
So, Law versus Jack. Now Law, he's got a lot of buttons, this character. Like, he's a very, very aggressive character. You know, when we see people play Law, it's very, very up close and personal. But Jack has a couple of answers for that. You know, Jack really is that sort of mid-range beast.
But definitely when he gets you to a wall, becomes a complete monster. There
But
you go, there's that
straight
crouching
in.
with punish.
But if you're going to play Jack and you're going to sort of try and command the mid-range, you're going to know exactly what to do when your opponent closes in space anyway. He's going to have knowledge of what these strings are and when you can crouch and when you can punish. And we saw it immediately at the start of the round.
Good blocks from C Chiszle, just consistently taking down life in this round.
A lot of patience from both players. Respect. Wow, that was a great answer. First round for C Chiszle. And there we go. Retaliating with the crouch into launch of his own, actually. Respectable damage, and here comes the wall pressure. C Chiszle just being so aggressive. You know he wants to take this one.
Wow, C Chiszle looking so good.
Yeah, he's looking to be in really
There's
good
the
form.
power driver, that's going to hurt.
Rage power driver is going to be a great start, though. Wow, 2 for 2. 2 for 2 rounds taken on that.
That's really working out for C Chiszle, though. Like you said, he's done it twice and it's 1 and 2 rounds. Definitely the right answer, but DJ Vu needs to make some kind of adjustment to stop that from working.
Oh, no punish. Probably try to, but too low to the ground, I suppose. No convert. DJ Vu with a drop. Wow, C Chiszle's not going to drop his combo, though. He's going to get a ton of damage. The counter poke at the power crush. He's going to combo off it as well. Doesn't quite get the follow-up, but does it even matter? Wow. Okay.
Very dominant game one for C Chiszle. I mean, let's not forget, 3 out of 5, so plenty of games left to go, but at the same time, that was very dominant.
Straight in with the character change as well, like wasting no time. And that's not just a stage change. You know DJ Vu's probably going to, I reckon, pull. We might see pull. We do know he plays pool as well. We saw that at Hype Spotting as well.
We did see a little bit of this pool at Hype Spotting. Not much, granted, but something. Does like that's what he's going to go for this time as well. So pool versus Law.
Martial law.
What a matchup. What a classic matchup.
To a degree. Around in the stage, get the Infinite Azure, so no pool, wall, Death Fist into Death Fist. Shenanigans here.
Very disappointing, really. I love watching that. It's great.
I am actually quite disappointed. I like seeing Death Fist into Death Fist.
80% damage.
It works. It works well for him, but at the same time, it's not like Law doesn't get big wall combos either. Like they both do crazy damage.
Well, that's always the that's the interesting about pool, really, isn't it? Is that it's essentially like he's not the most in-depth character compared to some of the other characters in the game, but he's just so efficient at what he does, which is just outputting massive damage off a lot of different things. You have to wonder if the pick-to-pulls can really benefit him, because it was 3 very convincing dominating rounds. If DJ Vu even manages to get a single round, you're going to completely understand the character change. And to be honest, right now, looking very understandable.
No, misses the follow-up.
Oh! Trying to really just being so careful. Can we see Chiszle with that rage art? It's going to be very dangerous. A lot of patience.
Already looking a lot stronger for DJ Vu, though.
C Chiszle's just looking for that one opportunity to launch and doesn't get it. DJ Vu does manage to open him up there. That's going to be the first round, so almost immediately the change to pull has been more beneficial. Big whip punish. Full combo.
Oh, wow.
Nice interrupt, actually.
Yeah, tries to go for something tricky, but C Chiszle has none of it. Wow, power crush is good, but
he's taken a lot of damage in the process, though. And the low parry, the knowledge. Great option.
You're saying no to that Demolition Man. It's not going to work here. C Chiszle is 2 on point.
Oh, now there we go. Immediately with the Death Fist, and that's already a quarter life down. A couple more of those, and he's in business. Rage is activated for C Chiszle.
Wow, wonderful elbow as well from DJ Vu. Really sort of slowing the pace down in the second match.
Well, I think he's just doing a really good job of actually just sort of, I guess, fighting back, you know. Being able to sort of return that favor almost. Immediately in, gonna just take that damage where he can get it.
Oh, cheeky low again and again.
I wonder if we're going to see it again. He's got to be really careful, because I mean, pull in rage is no joke, even if on an infinite stage. Spending it early for the rage art, though.
This is going to scale, but will still do some damage. Not a huge amount added, but definitely something substantial.
Oh, tries to go in for the hop kick, but doesn't manage to catch it. I think C Chiszle just sitting there and waiting for it. This is a match point, though. This is 3 out of 5.
Oh, big whip punish from DJ Vu.
Nice grab, but a block there from C Chiszle, sort of resetting the situation almost. Wow, my days. Death Fish. Death Fish?
Death Fish.
Trade, I tried to say. The trade on the Death Fist was still good enough. Deary me. Death Fish?
Dear.
Oh my god.
But that still did so much damage, though. That was like a clean 45%.
I mean, that's just the damage of pull, right? That's just the damage this character does.
Demolition Man connects.
C Chiszle just, again, he's going to a lot of decent button presses.
Oh no, misses the follow-up.
Gets the takedown.
Massive damage on the ender. Oh wow, the good low block. There's the full punish.
Everything on the slide, but no, doesn't quite finish it, and the punish on that to seal that first round.
Good throw tech from C Chiszle. Not letting himself get too tilted at this.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best thing you do, right? Even after a super close round, you've still got to do what you can to stay composed and not lose unnecessary rounds just because you're not on point.
Wonderful combo there from DJ Vu, doing massive amounts of damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
That parry was a really good option. I mean, C Chiszle's gone for that string quite often, so I think it makes total sense that DJ Vu is now starting to look for options. Ooh. No! Punish tries to go for something, but C Chiszle with a backhand just to seal that deal. 1 round each.
Even right now in this set, 1 round and 1 game apiece. Oh,
there's punish. Saw him try and punish that as Jack, but actually didn't quite get the button there. Whiffed. Nice to see that he can get the punish with pull at least. Another full combo into respectable damage, relatively evening the life a little bit.
Oh wow, wonderful challenge from DJ Vu.
Oh, the big launch. A rage launch, but a drop! A combo drop! Might live to regret that. Not necessarily. The second he got that low slide, it was guaranteed.
Things looking a little bit more up for C Chiszle right now, though. Oh, wow. Just like that, a brawl launcher to start things off. Exactly what he needs.
I actually really like how he stayed crouching just a little bit extra to bait the slide block. And that's exactly why we saw that mid launcher. Rage is activated, though, for Paul. Paul almost wants to be in rage. There's so much damage. Is he going to get a chance to use it, though?
Crouches under the kick, but isn't able to do anything. Is that going to work?
Wow, he pressed the button!
That shouldn't kill. Surely not. No.
But it's going to come close. He has one Death Fist away! Oh, my days!
That read. I mean, DJ Vu, he just, no fear, just ran straight at him.
That was a relatively fast slowdown with how fast Paul was flying through the air right there.
Big hair first, just like that.
However, though,
wow, the range.
I say, C Chiszle is actually doing a really good job of not letting around like that phase him. Doesn't matter too much.
Wow. Oh, tries to whip punish, but C Chiszle finishes. String off. Oh no, doesn't connect.
Again, Paul's going to have rage. He's going to have that damage. Ooh.
Oh, wonderful bait from C Chiszle. Get him to come in, press the button, and then there's the whip punish. 2-1 now. C Chiszle. Winners finals looking very close.
Stage select. I think he's probably really going to try and go something with this wall, I think. It's probably the most likely option. Stage select means he's happy with... It does mean he's happy with Paul. So we're not going to see a character change, but... Oh, so I believe actually it has to be a random stage. So I have to quickly go back to
stage. Going to go back and
select.
random the stage up quick.
Yeah. Just about to point that out, actually, right before he selected it. I actually think he has to random it. But yeah, so we're going to quickly wait for the slow back in. I mean, interesting actually, even though a little bit of a blunder picking the stage, it's actually going to give them a little bit more time to think about what to do. A little bit more time to think what they should do. So no doubt, we're going to go straight back to stage select.
Oh, I've got to say.
These new menus, man. I've got to shout out.
These menus are sublime. All the options that you need right there. Now we're in Souk. C Chiszle doesn't look as fond of that stage. DJ Vu looking relatively unfazed. Hasn't really got much of a game face. That's about as much as we're going to get, though, to be fair. But still, a good set, though. C Chiszle looking 2-1 up. DJ Vu looking very comfortable on this pool pick. But like you said, no fizz Jack, but...
He's got a pool as well.
He did say before this top 8 that he was considering using this as an opportunity to use some other characters. So maybe he is just trying to test how his pool holds up,
This is the time you can afford to test that, right? Because if you're going to try a new character before the top 16 finals, now is the best time to do it because you've got some of your competition that will be at that tournament and you're using the character against them. You don't really want to mess around with an alternate character at the finals. It's a big mistake. So getting that experience now, even if he loses, he'll go away thinking, should I have stuck with Jack? Or do I stick with Jack? Or do I do Paul? Who knows? Either way, this is a very fast round. He's going to get a convert off that.
Well. Now he is in rage, so this damage could be massive. Catches Demolition Man, not quite enough to finish by itself. The rage drive gets blocked, and the low is going to connect, and C Chiszle will lose round 1. Ouch.
Really good comeback from DJ Vu. No stranger to Paul comebacks. We've seen this at previous tournaments as well. So composed.
It's almost like the lower health he has, the harder he becomes to finish off.
I mean, as I say, because the damage output, Paul is... I mean, no one wants to be low enough to almost die, but I mean, Paul likes rage. Paul does not mind being in rage mode one bit.
Oh, wow. Dropping flip for flip. Oh, nice wake up.
Yeah, the roll just to get away from that sort of Oki punch. You have to be careful because you can see Chiszle now, the one in rage.
There's the whip. Oh, doesn't get punished for that one though.
Oh wow,
do it. That's it.
Game over for that one.
As the wall. I mean, it's night and day, right? Just how much more dangerous Paul becomes when you have your back to the wall like that.
I'm willing to bet that if he loses this game, C Chiszle is going to go for a stage select because he wants to take this pressure away from DJ Vu. Absolutely. There's the launch. Big damage incoming. Goes in for the pressure. Yeah, it's getting really bad now. C Chiszle on the verge, gets the low parry. Great decision. This could be the start of a comeback. And he's going to be near the wall here too, so he's the pressure.
This could be it.
A couple of good choices.
I mean, he's not going in. He's not using his rage. He's holding on to the damage.
A good option.
Just be careful though.
Oh, 3 straight rounds. DJ Vu proving why I think the wall was very important for this pick. Now, I'm expecting a stage change. Yep, there it is. C Chiszle going for a different switch. Makes total sense. If he gets an end of stage, he's going to be more than happy with that.
I gotta be honest though, DJ Vu's just like composure. I mean, look at him.
Now, jungle outpost.
Literally not phased at all. DJ Vu has had the same facial expression this entire set. Like, clearly not affecting him. Just calm, collected, in the zone, I think.
Now, C Chiszle is going to have to be careful here, though, because he has just given Paul a smaller stage. So this is definitely, I mean, this is almost a stage that you think DJ Vu would prefer.
Unless he can somehow prioritize knocking him down, like as fast as possible.
Well, bear in mind, Law also, I mean, his damage output is not to be sniffed at either.
Yeah.
So if he can get going, he's going to benefit from it just as much, but you can tell he's totally comfortable on this endless stage in this particular matchup too. So when these guys fought endlessly, it was very dominant for C Chiszle.
Nice back fist, gonna catch him. Oh no, swaps the position just like that. But good blocks from C Chiszle keeps him alive.
There we go, C Chiszle somewhat fighting back. The health is almost even though. Can't really call a winner just yet.
Oh wow, C Chiszle just chipping him away a chunk at a time. Taking round 1. This is going to be our last game in Winners Finals 2-all at least.
There's the punish on that low slide. Haven't really seen C Chiszle go for that awfully too much. I think he knows that Paul gets a good punish off that. Oh, nice answer. Yeah, he's patiently sitting there. Just hit by a run into grab.
Oh, there's the throw of his own. Trading grab for grab.
Even life once again. Throw tech comes through. No punish. Recovering just in time for C Chiszle. Tries to go for the crouch with no answer. Tries to interrupt the raid. Does it work? Yes, it does. That's going to take the round.
That'll be it for sure. That is enough. Massive damage coming out from DJ Vu. Ties the round up 1 each.
It's been a while since we saw a Rage Art in action. It's very possible these guys might have forgot about it. The counter hit trade comes through, but unfortunately because they got knocked too far away, no one's going to convert off it at all. We might go downstairs, back to the wall. This is dangerous.
Nice, gets the low slide, gets that little kick follow-up again. Oh, nice! Sidestep from C Chiszle getting that big damage. Speaking of big damage, DJ Vu starts some aggression of his own now.
I say Paul's in rage, but it doesn't matter. C Chiszle was actually now on match point, and he is 1 round away from Grand Finals winner's side, the ultimate comfort zone.
Little jab. There's a slide as well.
Yeah, just taking that free damage when he can get it off the slide. Risky stuff though. I mean, he does risk getting punished, but just not deterred. He's still going for it.
Oh, wow.
DJ Vu, he has him near the wall, but he has to make it count. As I say that though, fights his way away back into this sort of mid-screen distance. One more hit's probably going to put Paul into danger, or rage.
Wow! Just like that, C Chiszle will say no. Absolutely going to move into Grand Finals. Winner side, like you said, very comfortable position to be in, right?
Yeah.
Having access to that safety net of getting reset if you need to. But DJ Vu will now go into Losers Finals where he will play against Elemental Deity.
This is a matchup I'm really intrigued to see because DJ Vu, you know, very experienced at this point. Very, at Tekken 7 too, you know, very experienced at Tekken 7 as well. I mean, because that's one of the things about Elemental is that this is, as you said, this is his first big tournament. And this is Tekken 7.
No, this is Elemental Deity's first offline tournament, period. Not first big tournament. This is the first time he's ever gone offline to a local event and played in tournaments.
And he's playing Tekken 7, which is different to what you would be practicing in Europe right now.
And on his way through Winners Bracket, he defeated King J, he defeated Ruk Kang. He had a good set against C Chiszle. C Chiszle is who knocked him down to Losers Bracket. Was now sitting in Grand Final Winners, so obviously nothing to be ashamed of there. And here he is in Losers Finals.
One set away from
also,
Grand
of course,
Finals.
how can I forget? EX Soldier.
Oh yeah,
EX Soldier as well. So Elemental Deity is having quite the trip so far. But now we can have...
We'll see who coming up next. This match is going to be getting started in due time. These are the final stages of this tournament. And this is the Manchester qualifier for the Tekken 7 UK Championship. We have 2 more sets left, Losers Finals and Grand Finals. As you can see, to get into Losers Finals, Elemental Deity had to defeat EX Soldier, who got 3rd place last time. Now, he's defeated a whole bunch of really good players here. Took out Ruk Kang as well. EX Soldier took out Ruk Kang, I should say. So it's been a fantastic tournament for him, but it's not over. The qualifying players have been decided, but once again, it is not over. We have a couple of sets to go, so I have to find out who's going to win this one.
I think it's going to be a question of how Elemental Deity can keep himself composed. Because there's one thing we saw from DJ Vu is that he does not tilt, does not get salty in game.
He was pretty much neutral the whole time.
Yeah, he was just composed, expression. You know, calm and collected, cool as a cucumber, you know what I mean? Like, the old faithful. And I expect that will be no different here. We saw him in a similar situation. I actually think he made losers finals in Glasgow, so he is at least going to tie with how he performed in Glasgow. But I mean, he's not going to be content with that. He's going to want to do better, right? And to do that,
people always do. I said this earlier on, but you always want to place higher than you placed last time. That's always the goal when you go to a tournament. So interested to see what character looks like. He's probably going to go Jack, which means he'll like Kazumi. Not really seen this matchup a whole too lot, I would admit. So it'll be an interesting experience, you could say.
Well, Elemental, Deity, we've seen him play Lee and Kazumi. Kazumi for the majority
of this
game.
top 8, it's been Kazumi. I mean, like, he was using Lee earlier in the day, which we assume is obviously the character he plays outside of Tekken 7, but he's gone pretty much, in this top 8, all Kazumi. So he's actually done a really good job. Bear in mind as well, again, she's a new character in the game, so there's not a huge amount of similarities with many other characters, and she is kind of her own thing. So it's been a very bold but fruitful decision to go with Kazumi over Lee. I think the playstyle he wants to adapt as well, he's really gone for a very sort of poke-heavy and not overextending too much playstyle, which worked a little bit with Lee, but he wasn't getting a huge amount of damage. With Kazumi, he's kind of doing the same kind of neutral game, but he's just getting a lot more reward for the game he's trying to play.
The question is, will that work against DJ Vu as we move into our losers finals? 3 out of 5. First player to win 3 matches is going to advance to grand finals, where they will face C Chiszle.
Once again, guys, this is 3 out of 5, not 2 out of 3, so these guys are going to have extra games to play with. And a sort of semi-neutral stage, I suppose, against a character like Jack. Those long limbs are going to sort of challenge that poke-heavy playstyle Elemental has been trying to enforce the whole top 8. Yeah, big damage, gets the wall. And then just a kick to the Mohawk to take the first round.
But that was a really, like, surprising sequence though. Just damage into damage. Gets the big throw.
That's to be a full combo. Bear in mind, Jack does get a combo off that one. Respectable damage as well. Fantastic stuff.
Nice. A little bit of a jab. Oh, wow. Walks straight into the wake up.
Okay, so bear in mind, Elemental's now enraged. Probably doesn't matter too much. I reckon that's probably going to do it. One more hit.
Oh, no. Wake up to the side. Oh, wonderful dodge from Elemental.
Yeah, it was a really good dodge, actually, but it wasn't the worst thing for DJ Vu, because he still just escaped that situation. He wasn't going to get punished for it, because it was too far, but 1 round each. Elemental was really sort of just stuck to a key set of buttons and a key set of strings, but he's just using them in between each other so effectively. And then when he manages to land a hit on the wall, he capitalizes every single time. He's playing this character so well, considering he hasn't really had a chance to play her that much.
It's just clean, man. Just completely clean plays from Elemental right now. Very impressive. Oh, walk straight into the kick.
Immediately challenging that. Really good option there from DJ Vu. There's the low. Doesn't get a huge amount of damage, but just enforcing the threat of it, I think, is very important.
Yeah, we've seen that string land.
It seems like a very useful string, just establishing that knockdown.
Oh, massive whip punish.
Tiger uppercut takes that 3rd round for Elemental Deity, and just like that, losers finals. First game goes very, very... That is a great win post, by the way.
What, such a good kitty and a massive lion.
Tiger. It's a tiger. This guy.
Tiger.
This guy's a scrub. I have no idea.
You called Death Fist Death Fish.
I did. I regretted it immediately.
Can't scold me.
There's no going back. There's no going back now. We're in it.
Speed of which, Elemental looking really strong again in game 2. He just looks unfazed. Elemental having to fight all these like top tier UK players, and
he doesn't seem to care that much, does he?
I mean, just playing this so well.
So dominant. Almost a perfect for Elemental as well. I'm actually kind of surprised DJ Vu didn't really go for a stage change. Maybe he kind of wants that sort of stage as well.
At the end of the day, he's playing Jack, and Jack loves the walls as well. So it's not like he's immediately at a disadvantage.
I guess he just hasn't really had the chance to maximize it yet. He's been on the receiving end more often than not. A sound effect.
Oh, there's the whip into another massive launcher.
It's kind of funny, really, because we were talking about this very heavy sort of poke-heavy style that Elemental was playing and not really getting a huge amount of damage in big chunks. In this entire set, he's done so many launches and full combos. It's almost a combination of those two styles. He knows when to get damage. Yeah, he knows when to get damage.
Absolute whip punishment.
That Jack low punch very quickly becoming one of my favorite sound effects in the game.
Oh no, knocks him down.
again, just very, very good spacing. Elemental just, nothing's connecting. DJV just can't get anything going. Again, we said that if you're playing a newer character, you're still going to be familiar with how to fight the legacy characters. Your spacing against those will remain unchanged.
There we go, we see these staggers again. Going the jabs on the low again, another clean victory. Are we going to see him swap to Paul, perhaps?
I think yeah, I was just about to say, I kind of have no doubt we're going to see a Paul change. We've seen that before with DJV when it's not working out with Jack. And when I say not working out, I mean like it's like 3 straight rounds. He does go to Paul. So we'll see if it works out better. Every single time so far, the Paul pick has actually benefited him.
Absolutely.
He's just able to go a little bit more toe-to-toe with what they're doing. Yeah, Paul. Wasn't sure if he was going to pick another character because he wasn't quite hovering through there, but...
Paul Phoenix.
I mean, Elemental has just been playing so well this whole tournament.
I mean, if he keeps this up, like, dare I say it, I understand. I mean, the one player that's defeated this tournament is C Chiszle, who's currently waiting in Grand Finals. So it's not a huge surprise that he's doing so well, but at the same time, he's playing this clean. I think if he makes Grand Finals, if he manages to defeat C Chiszle, DJ Vu here, we could see an incredible Grand Finals.
Well, I think we could potentially be 1 game away from finding out. It's going to be Kazumi versus Paul.
I mean, we got a good stage, I think. Paul being able to get...
You can really see whether a player favours a stage or not by their expression when the stage is selected. Elemental was not really that happy that Twilight Conflict is the stage that they're on against Paul as well. Doesn't seem that phased right now though. I think just going in, just being aggressive. If someone's on the back foot and you know they might have gone for a character change, why even give them a chance to establish what they want to do with that character? Just go ham, go in, do tons of damage.
But Elemental is just so good at recognizing when these launches are a good time to throw them out. Jab, 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 KO, just like that.
This is looking so dominant. This could be the fastest losers finals we've seen so far in the UK Championship.
Could be, unless DJ Vu can make something work.
Gets the counter hit. That's one way to start. Get a huge amount of damage. Demolition Man carrying towards the wall though. Are we going to go downstairs? Nah, Elemental was fighting his way out of the wall. See that later.
Missing the Death Fist into a full launching whiff punish. That is the perfect situation for Elemental Deity.
Yeah, and that was just immaculate patience. That whole sequence is just Elemental being at home. He's comfortable. You would never tell this is his first tournament. The awareness, the spacing, the whiff punishing. Playing a new character.
First, it definitely won't be his last. Absolutely, this is how well he's playing.
Yeah, not being phased, just being a complete bully. Aggressive. A big punish, big launch, I should say. It's going to get good damage on this wall too. Interruption. And another punish, that could be it.
Is that it? Is that game? No, not quite. But that will take it. Elemental Deity moves himself on to Grand Finals on the loser's side.
Holy moly.
I mean, what a performance. What a performance.
3
overall.
straight games. Really fast as well. And he's qualified already. So I think having performances like this going into Grand Finals.
But if we're talking about consistency before we move on, DJ Vu, huge props to getting 3rd in 2 different qualifying events.
Indeed.
So definitely looking like a player to watch moving on into the rest of the games for sure. So congratulations to him. But that does mean our Grand Finals will be a rematch of C Chiszle versus Elemental Deity.
I mean, the result could be entirely different here. The Grand Finals is a different environment. It's a different setting. Hopefully you guys at home are enjoying. This is the Manchester qualifier for the Tekken 7 UK Championships. Scotland, Dublin, and now Manchester. Well underway. We've had 9 players now who have qualified. And we could be a few minutes away from finding out who is going to be the best player of this tournament and who's going to be riding in all that juicy momentum going into our top 16 finals at the London Comic Con at the end of May. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
It's very fast coming around, if you think about it. Like, I mean, even the game itself, right? Tekken 7, it's not even out yet. June 2nd, this game drops, and we're already getting amazing tournaments around the UK. The players are really enjoying it. Take this last moment to remind you guys, if you're enjoying the game, make sure you go out and pre-order it. Tekken 7 comes out on the 2nd of June 2017. Comes out on Xbox One, PS4 and PC. So if you're going to get it and you know you want to enjoy it, go out there and get it pre-ordered. Also get early access to
Eliza.
Eliza, what am I talking about?
She's playable anyway. We've just seen her. What are you talking about?
That's why I said it. That's why I said the name. But no, you get Eliza for free if you pre-order the game. So go out there, get that done, and we'll see you guys on the 2nd of June. But for these guys, they're playing Tekken 7 every weekend. They're going to these events. You've got Manchester, then Birmingham, then London. And a few weeks after that, we've got the finals.
If you live in the UK, we have Birmingham next week. We have London the week after that. If you live in the UK, you could be playing Tekken 7 right now in a week's time. Bit of an oxymoron, really, but you know what I mean.
Right now, but not now.
At this time of day next week, we'll use that. We'll go with that.
That
one.
works a bit more, I think.
But Birmingham is our next qualifier, and I mean, the further we go, I think the closer it gets, and the pressure adds up for some of the players. But for others, it's it's a fresh chance, because the cool thing about the grand finals that we're about to see between C Chiszle and Elemental Deity is that there were players that have qualified previously at this tournament, yet in our grand finals lie 2 players that qualified today. So that's going to be a nice little message, I think, that just because you weren't on the list of first place qualifiers, or the first set to qualify, doesn't mean it's going down a ladder, as it were, because some of the players didn't make it as far as these guys have made it today.
No, absolutely, but it looks like we are going to be seeing Law and Kazumi. Now, last time we saw Law versus Lee. I assume Elemental Deity is just going to be running Kazumi right from the start.
It's by far the character he has the most success in, by far.
Easily, hands down.
With a new character as well. I mean, I really don't want to sort of repeat myself, but it really is commendable that he's getting as far as he has with a character that is new to Tekken 7. And as you said, this is his first tournament, which theoretically means he really mustn't have had much access to Kazumi before this tournament. I mean, it kind of looks like he might have had a little bit, because some of these conversions and combos, they look a little bit muscle memory to a degree. But who knows? I could be completely wrong. But we have New Blood versus, well, we've seen C Chiszle at Hype Spotting. He's been in a Tekken 7 tournament before.
But this is it. Over 80 players started this tournament. We are down to 2. We have C Chiszle on the winner's side versus CKT Elemental Deity. It's his first ever tournament. Both these guys have qualified for finals. They want to get the bragging rights. They want to get first place. Let's go. Grand finals of the Tekken 7 UK Championship Manchester qualifier.
Will CKT take 2 tournaments back to back?
They might.
You know they want that. They want this.
Glasgow was won by Kane and Trench. Then we had Fergus last week in Dublin. Now we could have a CKT 2 tournament win, or C Chiszle can do it for District G.
There's going to be a lot more work required if Elemental wants to pull this one back. He's on the loser's side. This is 3 out of 5, but it does mean that Elemental Deity needs to win 2 3 out of 5 sets. C Chiszle only needs to win 1.
Oh, wow.
Up into this grand finals, both players really don't want to overextend and stick out a button for whiff punishment. A lot of patience from both these players, but Elemental just going straight in now. Yeah, they're just looking for that magical button to whiff punish.
Oh,
the clutch parry! I'm fairly certain my eyes did not fail, and I just saw a parry on an unblockable.
That was an amazing round for C Chiszle to bring that back, especially in such clutch fashion at the end too. Oh, another parry.
Yeah, very brave parries right here. Very confident.
I think that's a good answer though, because that's how Elemental has been playing. Just poking, poke, 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 and C Chiszle was just parrying all of it.
But the thing is, because we've seen Elemental win losers finals, C Chiszle had an entire 3 out of 5 set to study that playstyle. And that's probably no doubt why we're seeing the parries come out so quickly, because he's been ready for this as an option.
Believer, a full combo for Deity.
That's death. By the wall. 1 round each. Not a very grand finals friendly stage, I will admit. That's right. Playtime.
Oh no, walked straight into that one.
A lot of damage already. I mean, like, sort of like 3 strings back to back. Make that 4 into a full combo. 1 more hit's going to do it.
Wow.
And the kick to the head. Rude stuff. Perfect victory.
Perfect second round for Elemental Deity, looking 1 round apiece. Maybe he's got to reset this bracket. He has to defeat C Chiszle in 2 3 out of 5 sets if he wants to get this one done.
Running into the low. Just keep him in check. C Chiszle, I mean, he's actually been sort of, he's not really as snappy with those strings. He really is sort of just sitting there and waiting for Elemental, but I don't think he's biting. Wow, that's one of the first times we've seen that as an option. And again, rage mode on C Chiszle. He's going to get extra damage and extra utility as well. Is he going to get a chance to do anything about it though?
Wow. Baits out the parry and
not at all.
him accordingly.
That was a really great round as well. 3 straight rounds after that. And I mean, this is a starting point. This is exactly what starting point you need. 2 more games now and he's reset the bracket. And it was a pretty fast game too. Thinking about it.
Did he change stage? Yes, just go straight for the rematch. No messing around. So 1 game down for Elemental Deity.
Well, I feel like that's almost a bit of a tough choice. You know, do you try and change the stage to take it away from your opponent? But then again, you think, well, I kind of benefit from the stage as well, so it can be quite a hard choice sometimes.
Oh wow, nice reset from C Chiszle.
Really good conversion. Nice interrupt from Elemental. Familiar with that stuff. Again, if you're going to play a newer character, you're still going to be familiar with those legacy characters.
That's the wall pressure though, so has to be careful. If C Chiszle gets opened up, it's going to hurt. Oh wow, or he just hop kick just like that. Tailspin is good.
Nice chunk out of damage there at the end. Oh, the whiff punish into the launcher! This could be crucial. I don't think he's going to quite kill on this. Never mind.
Wow, he does.
Never
Sends
mind.
him to the wall and the running
surprised
follow-up.
the crowd as much as it surprised me. That Tiger splatting on the end and just guaranteeing that final hit.
Wonderful awareness from Elemental though. Beautiful play.
Nice chunk of damage. Great start. Wow, this is looking really good for C Chiszle. This is definitely the kind of round that you want in retaliation. Then again, actually, now she's in rage and he's about half life. Things become a little bit dangerous. You can never count out a character that's in rage.
Unless they get guaranteed comboed. That will do it though. C Chiszle really, I think he just needed that to bring things back to a neutral ground.
That's a launch.
Oh, nice reset as well. Sends him to the wall. There's a slide again.
Yeah,
twice.
back-to-back guaranteed damage on that slide as well. A perfect to return as well. A fantastic message to send. And just like that, if he wins this round, he's going to tie things up 1 game each. I think doing a really good job of sort of just challenging that individual poke, button press, heavy style Elemental's really starting to establish. Because we're just making a lot of really good decisions up close. Wow! That was clutch. That was a clutch parry. Rage mode activated. At this health, you gotta watch out. Yeah, neither player looking to overextend by any degree.
You just gotta be careful. C Chiszle does have rage. Yes. Oh, if he gets hit
There we
by
go.
anything, that's gonna scale. Probably still gonna kill though. Oh no!
Not quite. Oh, almost didn't. Almost didn't get it, but fortunately does manage to get the final hit. 1 round each for both players to tie up things. Elemental though, I mean if he wins this, he's gonna be a lot more comfortable. There's the challenge. Actually hear the voice line, the attack did come out, but trades. Sticking out of him. Can't take too many more of those. Say even health, but again, neither character on rage. But I guess 1 more hit each side might do it.
Just those little chips at the last minute, just going for that quick low over and over and over again. I mean, that really does just reign true every time though. The lower health you have, the more attractive those options become.
Yeah,
I guess the harder it is to deal with them as well.
So I guess there is one question, which is, we've seen Elemental be as confident in Kazumi as he has been. Do you reckon there is ever a chance he might go back to Lee? If C Chiszle were to, you know, if the bracket were to get reset, but then we would see like a whole bunch of games go down, do you reckon we'd see Lee in retaliation? Do you reckon it's all Kazumi?
I would be surprised to see him go back to Lee, just because he looks so much more comfortable on Kazumi.
Which is weird, right? Yeah.
You'd assume it'd be the other way around, but I think he's just been so successful with her that seeing him go back would be unpredictable. Also, not to mention that C Chiszle also defeated his Lee in Winterstone.
True, indeed. So we are on this more infinite stage though, so this sort of, I mean, we haven't seen a huge amount of wall anyway, so it's sort of been that sort of mid-screen battle between the 2 players. A lot of patience, a lot of good spacing from both sides, so that's not going to be remotely affected by this infinite stage. Big whiff, but no huge punish on that. Didn't quite manage to work out with that one, but again, rage.
Interesting trade. Oh no. Hasn't quite finished him off though.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of things that look really unsafe, or at least unsafe for at least a guaranteed string or 2. The surprising launcher caught him sleeping.
There's the Oki attempt.
Oh!
That low is going to connect. C Chiszle doesn't get it.
That's a great start to a round though for Elemental. Could have been an amazing comeback for C Chiszle. It's really a testament. Wow, whiffed the Tiger Uppercut, but no punish at all. Got away with it for free. Another knockdown. Even though you don't get massive damage, I think the knockdown looks really beneficial. So if using that as a punish, I mean, that's a reliable punish. There's a launch.
Nice, big damage opening up here. Ouch!
Combo's not over. That was really nice execution.
Oh, sends the tiger out.
Another one! Back to back! 2 tigers! You think you've blocked one, and then the brother or sister comes around.
I cannot believe it. Tigers on demand.
Where'd they all come from? This is actually looking really good for Elemental, though. 2 rounds straight.
Let's not forget, he still has to reset the bracket, so he still has to go through a bit of a gauntlet.
Indeed. I mean, if he manages to reset the bracket, it's not going to be over. He's still going to have a 3 out of 5 afterwards. Obviously, he can't really think about that now because he has a lot of work to do before that, but this set is not over in any means. Strings trading back and forth. Nothing significant yet. Almost. Both players in rage at this stage. Any substantial tag might do it! And the rage drive!
Wow, yeah, that is enough. Tiger sends him launching straight into the air. Kazumi is one of the just absolute coolest characters, I think, in this game so far.
She just gets a lot of, I guess, like, unique effects, right?
Yeah, definitely. Just Tigers. Let's see Grizzle.
1 game away from resetting this bracket.
Yeah, see,
1 game away.
Definitely down at the moment, but 2-1 has taken the game so far, so he's not completely helpless. Let's not forget, he is the guy that sent Elemental Deity 2 losers in the first.
But it was with a different character, so that's pretty much why the pick to Kazumi has been so fruitful. And again, I'll say this before and I'll say it again. You're picking a new character, you're forcing your opponent into learning something they may not be as versed with. It's a double-edged sword because you're not going to have the same amount of experience, but clearly, Elemental Deity with that Tiger Uppercut is not fazed by that. He is more than comfortable with this character.
Also, every single UK Championship qualifier event has had a reset bracket so far. Will this follow suit? Is every single qualifier going to have a bracket reset?
Definitely could be. CKT's Elemental Deities, I think, just looking to make that a possibility. Again, I mean, even though you didn't get a massive amount of damage, I think just the positioning and the knockdown pressure on that 1 string looks so useful for Kazumi.
Which the knee.
Checking in with the low. I think Grizzle really has had a hard time just contesting with these strings. And another Tiger comes in, and this is reset point. If he wins this, it'll be 3 rounds straight, and also a complete bracket reset. Nice whiff punish.
Elemental, his spacing has been absolutely impeccable today.
Speaking of which, another whiff punish. Half health down. A lot of work to do if Grizzle wants to take this one back. Elemental's game plan has just been so on the money this whole set. Answering back once again. Almost walking into it. There's the launch. This is the start. Ooh, drops the endo. Here comes the rage for both players. Once again, danger territory. Whiffs the slide, and that's probably going to be a reset.
That's going to do it. Yes, the rage drive is good. We see a bracket reset for a 3rd week in a row. 3 tournaments, 3 bracket resets. Elemental Deity is incredible.
There are some CKT people in Twitch chat right now that are just like, let's go. Let's go. Their own boy. You know?
I mean, so they should be, right? I mean, we had CKT. They won last week with Fergus. That was off a bracket reset match. But that was, you know, the Phantom reset on Fergus, and then Fergus managed to get a 3-game straight win. Could we see the same thing today?
We might do. I mean, like, some people put a lot. They put so much work. I was about to mention, speaking of the Phantom, we have a Master Raven pick for the first time today from C Chiszle. But as I was mentioning, you know, like sometimes people put so much effort and work into resetting a bracket that by the time it's done, they're almost like spent, right? They've used all of their mental composure, and it's hard for them to keep that going. But to be honest, Elemental is he's just stayed cool the whole time, and he has been visibly not phased by anything. However, Master Raven forcing him to fight an alteration of a legacy character in Raven. You know, this character is slightly different, but fundamentally still retains the spirit of what Raven is as a character.
Well, let's see if he can utilize it now. Bracket reset. This is all to play for. 0-0.
Another whip punish.
3 out of 5 today.
Big Tiger Uppercut into massive damage. I mean, actually, even though the follow-up was dropped, this wall positioning is still more than sufficient. Straight on this stage as well, just getting so much damage output. Now, C Chiszle has been pretty much using Law all day. This last-minute change to Master Raven might be a little bit detrimental. He just might not be as familiar with this character.
He might be, though. It depends how quickly he can adapt.
There's a catch. Hang on, Rage up? No, not quite.
Oh, wow.
Right in the face.
Just a flying knee Rage Drive just to the dome, and that's going to take round 1 for C Chiszle.
So almost immediately you can see Master Raven, definitely not a bad pick. Also forcing Elemental to adjust on the fly, but that one button looks so good. Because if you catch anything outward, the opponent's airborne, it recovers so quickly, you can still convert. That's why you're seeing him checking with it all the time. Off the top of my head, cannot remember what the input is, but...
Nice, gets the wall splat. Wow, Chop, this is working out really well for C Chiszle so far. I wonder what the adjustment is.
However, though, we're going to be going to Infinite stage now, so we're going to sort of see how Chiszle handles an Infinite situation with this matchup. So far, the wall has been such a prominent feature in this match. How will he deal with not having it? Seemingly pretty alright, you could say.
Not bad, gets the launcher. Wonderful combo. Wow, very convincing game 1.
That's an answer. That is definitely one way to answer back. Stage select? Yeah, of course. It makes total sense to change the stage in this situation. Changing to Master Raven, though, I mean, this has been a good pick. Sometimes you question it, especially in this kind of situation. We're going to be going on to Arena, one of the newer stages in this game.
But we went from almost every game before the reset going back round for round to just a clean 3 straight from C Chiszle. Is this just a matchup that Deity just isn't familiar or comfortable with?
Which is really strange because, I mean, Law is a popular character. So if you consider yourself a serious Tekken player, you're probably going to know a 2 or 3 about how to fight Law. Raven is a bit of a interesting one.
A bit more obscure, I think.
Okay, so we're going to see if Elemental can really stay composed and try and pull this one back. Chiszle riding a lot of momentum off those 3 straight rounds. And again, Elemental has done the bracket reset.
Nice punish. Tailspin wall carry. A little bit of Oki catches him slipping.
Now this is a great position again for C Chiszle, whiffing into another teleport right there, probably trying to catch a button press into the throw tech. Oh wow.
I'd say Rage though, needs to be careful.
Yeah, he's sticking out a little bit too many of those lows. The trade, but no capitalization.
Oh, the whiff again. Elemental comes down with the spacing at the very end.
In true Elemental fashion, the whiff punish to seal that round. Again, getting the knockdown, establishing some sort of pressure. It's not really about damage as much as about positioning pressure situations.
A bit more of an even round this time.
I'd say Elemental looks a lot more control this time. Rage activated for Chiszle. Doesn't matter necessarily. One more hit. Might actually be alright. It's something substantial.
And there's the block on the low.
Yeah, a little bit unsafe.
Not going to fall for that.
So we saw game number 1 was 3 straight rounds. We might see 3 straight rounds again, just on the other side. Different opponent.
Maybe. Nice, gets a launcher.
I mean, bear in mind, we haven't seen everything that we've seen from Raven before. When we watched the Phantom play last week, lots of those parry situations, those parries that reposition. Haven't really seen that in action too much yet.
Maybe it's not the answer though.
Yeah, maybe it's not needed.
Different playstyles.
Absolutely. So one of the things about Tekken is you can really put your own stamp onto certain characters. Speaking of which, Elemental with another 3 straight rounds on the flip side, answering back. Completely changing the momentum. Rematching though, staying on the stage.
Yeah.
So after the bracket resets, can be 1 game each.
This is like the definition of back and forth, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
One game apiece, exactly the same kind of fashion in both of them. And actually, even before the reset as well. Just generally 2 very well matched guys.
Oh, look very much like a punish on that one. Full combo for Elemental, and that's going to be wall carry. Also, doesn't quite finish it off, but I mean, again, even if you drop it at that point, the positioning is so important for reasons just like this. You're just in so much control of where your opponent is not able to retreat to. One individual, like sort of just that slash, you know, that poke. Very important tool for Kazumi.
Oh, and there we go. There's that 2 jabs once again. I mean, Elemental Deity coming from losers bracket early on in this top 8 as well.
Yeah, indeed.
Was sent to losers immediately by C Chiszle as soon as top 8 began. Has fought his way through, reset the bracket, and is now tied at 1 apiece. Are we going to see a full comeback from him?
I mean, throughout this top 8, Elemental, the low parry, really good stuff. Again, we're going to get some decent wall carry on that, and some nice chunk of damage at the end. It's the pressure. Looks very much like Elemental has just gone to Kazumi from Lee and has not looked back at all. There's the crouch. Knowledge. Wow.
And a little tag just like that. Elemental just not getting opened up by anything now. I'm sure it was just a quick adjustment needed.
Well, bear in mind, we've seen him all day. His defense has been super strong, like really strong. Then not to take away, C Chiszle also been just as difficult to open up for a lot of people in this top 8. There's the launch. Again, we might get some corner carry here, which we do. That button as well just looks like it recovers so quick. Very difficult to whip punish. Just retreating. Normally we do see some Raven players really sort of adapt somewhat of a hit and run style. Not sure if it's going to work out, particularly against Elemental, who takes another round. 1 game away from winning this entire tournament on the loser side and making CKT another champion team.
That would be incredible to see them win 2 weeks in a row. I mean, Fergus had a really good spot last week, and that was a reverse situation. So Fergus got reset and then won 3 straight, whereas this time, Deity is the challenger. Deity reset the bracket, and now he is looking to sweep this up.
Hey, you could say with this being his first tournament, Deity is the challenger in more ways than just, you know, the one and losers. This is someone's first tournament. This guy's going to turn up to this tournament and win it. And a tournament with veterans, Tekken veterans in the UK. And for your first tournament, take out some of these guys and win the whole thing. I think that's a crazy story.
It's not even just taking out some of the players. It's winning the whole tournament. And not even doing it from winners the whole time. Like being tested, right? Being on the back foot, being games and rounds down, and being able to still pull that through. With Kazumi, a character that is new to Tekken 7. Like, overall, like, it just doesn't stop being impressive at any point.
C Chiszle, though, has opted to go back to Law. I mean, it makes sense. This really is the character that has given this guy the success that he's received. There's a good punish right there. That's going to be a nice chunk of damage. And on this stage in particular, Law, he's going to be all right. He's going to be all right.
But we'll have to see Chiszle put that to use, though, because if he doesn't, he will go down. He has 1 game to work with here. He needs to win 2 before Elemental gets 1 now.
Bear in mind, they've played this matchup a little bit more than just this one match, so he is going to be familiar, but Elemental riding so much momentum in the first round again, going to Elemental Deity. 2 rounds away from winning this whole tournament.
But the thing is, we're not seeing, I was about to say nothing too flashy, aside from that massive tie grub cover, we're not seeing anything like massively groundbreaking and significant. It's just solid play-by-play, constant.
But then when he knows he can get big damage, he's going for it. He's just taking it when he can get it. Just a very efficient way of playing at the moment. Speaking of which, though, Chiszle does land the launch. Unfortunately, though, does drop the combo, leaving damage on the table. Another punish.
Very nice stuff. Not massive amounts, but definitely enough to keep this life lead going.
Very beneficial trade, actually, for Chiszle, getting the wall. Oh, another Tiger just from nowhere, making it tournament point for Elemental. 1 round away from taking the whole thing.
This is insane so far. C Chiszle needs to win 3 straight rounds now.
That's a lot of work. That's a mountain to climb. Bear in mind, 2 games on top of the 3 rounds that you need to do. I mean, if he's got any tricks, he needs to pull them out right now, because right now, as each hit goes down, Elemental gets closer and closer. 50% life left.
Full wall combo as well. Oh, wow, catches him with that too. So close now, less than half a life bar to go. Oh, the music's starting to build up as well.
The game knows. The game knows.
Catches the low. Oh no, just piece by piece.
One more of those. Now. One more of those might do it. So many whiffs! The unblockable takes the tournament, and Elemental Deity takes it over C Chiszle. His first tournament. What a presentation and what a performance for this guy.
And it all came down to a unblockable at the very end. We didn't see that at any point in this entire top 8.
He saved that treat till the very end.
We didn't see it in winners. We didn't see it in losers finals. We didn't see it before the reset. We saw it in the last round of the last game. He pulled that bombshell out of nowhere, solidifying his place as best player here today. First place, huge congratulations.
That is a confidence boost going into the top 16 finals at the end of May.
Oh, dear.
That is a confidence boost and a half. Never mind, though, C Chiszle, second place. He's qualified today as well, so no matter how the result went, he's going to be happy with that. It was winners finals as well. This guy was grand finals winners side. You know, he was up there as well and played incredibly.
Of course. Well, on that note, 3 players qualified today. We had Elemental, Deity, C Chiszle, and Ruk Kang.
Ruk Kang fought for that one as well.
Who won the playoff match for that qualifying spot. So another 3 top-level UK Tekken players have been locked in. This MCM final is looking like a bit of a bloodbath. It's looking like a bit of a bloodbath at the moment.
Absolutely. I mean, we have 9 players now that have qualified, but don't forget we have 2 more stops. We have Birmingham next week, and we have London the week after. If you guys want to get involved, make sure that you're following Bandai Namco Europe on Twitch. Make sure you're following Tekken on Twitter and Tekken EU on Facebook for all the information that you need going into the remaining qualifying spots for this UK Championship. I do believe that is everything from us. But thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you in 1 week's time in the heart of Birmingham, where we have 6 more players over the next 2 weeks, finding out who's going to make it into our top 16 finals. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you all